You can see his stripes, but you know he's clean. Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch the Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And I've got something for you.
Did they pick up your shitty singing before we introduced ourselves?
Uh-huh.
Oh, fuck.
That was beautiful.
That's
Shut
not
up.
reflection of this channel. We work for Umbrella, a trusted organization.
You're just jealous because I was gifted with the lips of an angel.
Sounds like two frogs fucking in a can.
From Hinder. How's it going, folks? It's a weird time. I figure we probably get 12 people today doing this at 6 p.m. Everybody's probably coming home from work or eating dinner. You take some wham with your spaghetti. God,
no, they don't. They want to actually digest their food. If they see our ugly faces, they'll upchuck it. They're like, I can't even get this down. Those two ugly bastards from Kentucky are on there. Good Christ.
That's why I was a terrible waiter. And also because I was just a terrible waiter in general.
I thought it was because you kept looking at every man's wiener when you served him his food. You're like,
They
I like
like
your bowls.
that.
I mean, here's your meatballs.
They like that part, Jay.
You got a quick little grope off the shaft.
Top marks.
Hey, I like your breadsticks. Would you like some of mine?
Oh. Hey,
You've actually seen him eat a man's dick before?
It's like Kobayashi. Oh, man. Got a fun show today. Fun show. Real simple, real nice, real clean, real neat. Got a Candyman review he's going to do. No spoilers. Nuh-uh.
Yep.
Actually, you know what we could do, dude, just to make it fucking fun? We could save all the spoilers for the very, very end and then do it, and then just see how many people run away.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess we'll see how we feel.
Yeah. See what
It's like trying to convince your girlfriend for anal. You're like, we'll see how we feel. We'll start off with regular, and then we'll see how we feel towards the end of the evening.
Lots of tequila is needed to do that.
Slide it in your butt cheeks.
Absolutely. Spread my butt cheeks once is my concho. Playgirl magazine.
Get the lube going. It's like, that's the only way. You got to butter them up to the wild shit.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you care if we like hang upside down and fuck like bats later? I mean, not right away. Let's just do the regular missionary stuff. And then like, maybe.
You know what I've learned about butt stuff is that once you've done it, it's like, I don't really need to do that much more. No. Maybe every once in a while when you have half a bottle of tequila and you're like, I just want to do something wrong. Let's go. But other than that, it's like, I've done that before.
Just afraid like you're going to pull out your wiener and there's going to be a poop stain on the tip of it. And you're like, oh, fuck. Like, I don't know. It's like you plumbed her plumbing. And well, you plumbed her plumbing and then it's like fucking a shit stain on your tip of your bulb.
Oh, I don't like the way you explain things.
And then at the end of you're just going to smell ass every time you get an erection. You're just going to smell ass when she's like, oh, you want to make out? I'm like, no, fuck you. Go to the toilet.
Ha, joke's on you. My dick's not long enough to smell.
What?
I don't know what
I don't either. That was weird.
I meant like it's not close enough to my nose.
You sound like one of those kids that were in the special needs classes in high school that just ran out in the hallway and shouted something random and then came back. And it's like, get back in here.
Chopstick.
Yeah, so we got Candyman going.
Yeah, Candyman. Rock Pit Knowledge, thanks, buddy. Says something for y'all on my birthday. For my birthday. Hey, it's
Rock Pit's happy birthday.
You get that
good
fucking
day.
pick and you sling some goddamn rocks.
It's a good fucking day for a birthday. It's Friday. Have a good, awesome time. And if you wake up and you're in a warm, sunny day, don't worry, you're already dead. You're in Valhalla.
Fear not, for you in Elysium, and you're already dead.
Yeah, I just watched that the other day and I totally forgot that line. That's a badass movie.
The frost sometimes makes the blade stick. That's the best
line. Dude, it's so weird that you think about that too. Ridley Scott did that.
I know.
I mean, I'm not saying that Ridley Scott couldn't do it. I mean, he's awesome. But if you think of Ridley Scott, immediately I think of Alien. Like more science fiction horror. And he did something badass like Gladiator.
Yeah, dude. He's all over the fucking game. He has a movie coming out the same day as Halloween Kills, that Last Duel. Have you seen the trailer for that yet?
No.
Dude,
I haven't seen the Spider-Man trailer.
I haven't watched either. We're saving that to do it for Patreon.
Well, at this point, I'm almost pissed because it's like everybody keeps posting images on Facebook. It's like a collage of the whole fucking trailer. I was like, well, all right, so I saw it all.
Yeah, I already know what's not in it, so I won't be disappointed, at least in that regard. But Anthony Stamps, thanks, buddy, says, my parents got mad at me. My parents are so mad at me for asking Loomis to tell my brother Nicholas to get a job. So can Slenderman do it instead since he's such a nice guy? Did you actually get in trouble for that, by the way, bro?
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, did they see that? Don't you ever let a random grown-ass mean man say stuff about your brother Nicholas.
Your brother's in the corner crying. Jay,
he's trying. They just keep rejecting him from his McDonald's application. I don't know how you get rejected from there, but okay. So, Nicholas, me is so sorry that you had to deal with Dr. Loomis. He do seem like he got the broomstick shoved up his butthole. So, you need a job, right? That's what you need to do. Well, what you want to do is maybe access the internet, okay? So, you want to go on the interwebs and build a careerbuilder.com. Okay, so that will narrow your search field down. And then you put in the criteria, like, what do we want to do? Well, we need 40 hours a week. We need competitive pay and maybe a 401k if you're so interested. And then you go from there. And then hopefully they will call you. But at the same time, you could always go to your local Subway sandwich and say, hey, guess what? Me like sandwiches and me want to make the sandwiches for the people. And they will gladly hire you. Good luck to you and good days in your journey. That would be the most terrible. Like, you imagine going to a TED talk and hearing some asshole talk like that the entire hour.
We should, like, if we had like more money and we're like more famous, we could sneak you into a TED talk as Slender Man. Be like, well,
they wouldn't know what to do because they would think they would honestly they couldn't throw me out because they thought I'd be special needs or something. They would get like terrible press.
Honestly, it'd probably be better than some of the TED talks I've seen, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, get a job.
Me was out in the forest, and one day me was like, "Me gonna go out and tell the world that me's not mean." That's where it started, right there.
Jonathan Mann with the cowboy hat in his picture says, "I wrote a short film of Michael Myers meeting Ted Bundy." Meeting Ted Bundy. Michael escaped in 78, so the last year of the Ted Bundy murders. He's having a really hard time finding the T button on his phone or keyboard because he said meeting Fed Bundy, and then later on he said it was 1978. It was the last year of the Red Bundy murders.
I thought you were talking. Is that a prequel to the Ed Bundy story from Married with Children? Ed Bundy was secretly Ted Bundy's younger brother.
Yeah, Led Bundy. So I'm going to make a film. Hey, that's a cool idea, man. That's a cool idea. I like it. Make that shit. Put it on, spread it on the YouTube for everyone to see. I know it's
old, but I literally was just watching an interview that Dane Cook did with Bobby Lee on his podcast, Tiger Belly. It was a really good podcast, but he was just talking about how him and his friend made some movie or something. He was like, it was like a Middle Eastern version of Entourage, and Dane Cook directed it and wrote it, and then his friend stars in it. And he's like, it looks great. He got a good cinematographer, and he just kind of learned on the fly on how to do the movie. And he said, it looks like they spent $300,000 on the movie, and it looks so good. So anybody can make a badass looking product with like minimal. I mean, it's Dane Cook, I know, but like he said, it looked like a $300,000 movie, and they didn't spend $300,000. It was just shot on like a Canon camera.
Yeah, man, look at the shit they're doing with like the fucking fan films these days. I mean, some of you're like, not you, Steven, but you, Gregory, you've done nice here. I like what you've done. Guy on adventure, thank you, my friend. I love your icon. I like the skull stuff. It's really cool. Should we start? Well, let's do CANDYMAN last because maybe people don't want to hear about it until they see it. But there's some Halloween Kills news, Steve.
Well, before we get into the Halloween Kills news stuff, I want to really quickly talk about. Did you hear about Salem's Lot, the reboot?
I did not.
So they picked, the director of it's going to be the guy that did it, that directed it. And I think James Wan is helping. Yeah, I think he's directing it. And then I think James Wan's helping produce it. I'm not 100% sure, but they did pick up their lead. It's Damien's old buddy, Damien Mafia from Strangers Pray at Night, the kid, the last survivor. The main guy will be Mears, Ben Mears as the lead in Salem's Lot. I got a really good feeling about it, dude, because the whole idea and the director's already come out and he's like, look, it was a mini series and he loved it, and they did, and he goes, I felt like Salem's Lot deserved the same big screen treatment that it got, because Salem's Lot was also a mini series in 2004, and directed it back in the 70s was Tobe Hooper.
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited, dude. Salem's Lot's one of the scariest fucking Stephen King books in period. And if they keep that part in with Little Brothers, like, let me in. I shit my pants every time. I'll still shit my pants. That's one of the scariest fucking vampire scenes of all time.
I don't think
when he's like tapping at the window. And he's like, it's like, you're wearing your pajama pants.
I don't even think I finished that entire movie, but I do remember that scene when he's floating at the window. I was like, God,
scary as shit.
Damn. Take off your fucking PJ Flyers.
Dude, I read that book in one setting when my dad lived in another part of the state, and I would go visit when I was like 16 or 17, and I borrowed that book. I literally turned all the fucking lights on in the house and slept with the doors open and slept right by the doorway, and I pulled the bed near the doorway because I didn't want to sleep where the window was. Because I was afraid like Cody was gonna like be at the window and tapping. I would never let him in. I'd fucking like shoot him with a BB gun, but still.
They kind of did that in the Lost Boys too, didn't they? I'm pretty sure there was a scene like that where he's like.
I think you're thinking of Buffy the Vampire Slayer when he's like, "Come on, let me in. I'm starving."
Yeah. That's the one.
It's like, you're floating, man. Go team, go.
Oh man, speaking of floating, well, I can't say that yet. We'll talk about that when that happens. But yeah, dude, it's Bill Pullman's son. I didn't realize that. That's fucking cool.
Yeah,
the kid that's going to be in it.
Yeah,
I just googled it when you were talking.
I just knew he was from the Pray at Night. That's
Pullman's
all I've ever seen him in. But I mean, he fits the role.
Men that have ever graced a camera screen in his entire life.
He's going to be TikTok famous for sure.
No doubt about it. Did you hear about the Matrix 4? By the way, I forgot about that as well.
I know it's still streaming. It's still going to be on streaming, isn't it?
No, I don't think it was ever supposed to be on streaming.
Yeah, it was. The Matrix 4 was going to be toward the end of the year. It was going to be released simultaneously in theaters and on streaming.
I think they were just filming it. No, they filmed it, but no, that's not.
Yeah, I swear to God.
I swear to God. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I think when the commercial came out, but I think they pushed it back. I don't know.
Because Dune is going to be streaming.
I know Dune is, but
I think Matrix was the big one. It was the last big one for HBO Max.
What is Matrix's release date?
December something.
Yeah, if it's this year, it will be streaming. But I thought they pushed it back. I don't know. I could be wrong. It says.
Didn't your Google tell you that?
I'm looking at Google now. Where do you get your news?
God.
A soda can?
God.
It doesn't. I don't see the release date. Someone in the fucking crowd will tell us.
They'll know
than we are. But no, dude, it's fucking crazy. Here, I'll pull it up so you can actually see it. They actually showed the trailer at CinemaCon. So CinemaCon happened last week, right? And hey, Will, thank you, buddy. Happy Friday night to you as well. It's fucking Friday, people. Get excited. Let's go. God damn it.
What did Will say? Have a good night.
Yeah, he said happy Friday.
Is he leaving?
No. He just had a happy Friday night. He's just having a good time.
Oh.
He's just playing with his. He's having his own penis showing game.
That's always fun.
I'm okay with that. Absolutely.
You just set it in front of a mirror and play with yourself.
You're goddamn right. Mm-hmm. Where did it go? Fuck. There it is. Okay. So CinemaCon happened last week. We thought we were going to get Scream footage, but we didn't get Scream dick all. We got Halloween Kills footage, which we haven't seen yet, but we're going to talk about that when we talk about Halloween Kills. But they showed a Matrix 4 trailer. And they explain this is I didn't even know what the story was going to be for the Matrix 4, right?
I don't either.
But it says the trailer begins with Neil Patrick Harris talking to Keanu Reeves as Neo. A near future San Francisco, it appears that Neo is trapped in a humdrum world, much like his first self in the 1999 movie. He's just not getting his surroundings. Am I crazy? Asks Neo. We don't use that word in here, says Neil Patrick Harris. And then he steals his car and picks up a bunch of strippers, like in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Sounds like real life.
But it says Reeves comes in contact with Carrie Ann Moss's Trinity in a cafe. Have we met? She asks. A shot of blue pills spilling into a sink as Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit song plays. Then a shot of Neo distorting into an old man in the mirror. A younger Morpheus tells Neo time to fly, handing him a red pill. Then a lot of jumping, a lot of twists in midair, karate, and all the acrobats we expect from a Matrix movie. So
I'm doing my best not to fucking roll my eyes at some of it because first off, you lost me at Neil Patrick Harris, but is it a time travel? Are they doing time? Doogie? No, I'm not really down with that. Fuck that. Well, he's all right, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I was so disappointed by Matrix 3, and honestly, I don't know. I'll have to watch the trailer and see how it's going to go. But right now, it just sounds like a sludgy pile of shit. Based on the description, it just doesn't sound good. It just sounds like it almost sounds like fanfic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't hate it. I mean, the idea that they don't know each other and he doesn't remember any of the shit that happens is kind of bothersome. Because the reason why I don't like it, big retread.
I would just move on without Trinity. Don't rehash it. Just go somewhere else. Like, well, it's almost like you have to find a way to get her in the movie, which I like her.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying she's dead.
Well, if they have to redo the whole love story, that's going to be really annoying.
Well, what's weird is honestly, Neo. I know the thing about Neo though is that the Matrix 3 did leave it in a cliffhanger-ish kind of way as far as he was concerned, because all you see is the machines take him back. You see his body. He's maybe dead, but you never know. I mean, he could have been reinserted into the Matrix so they could study him. There's ways that you could get him to be resurrected. But literally, Trinity was fucking dead.
That's
like
so
dead.
Ironic that you say that, because you know what the name of the movie is?
Is it called Matrix 4 Jesus Resurrection?
No, it's called Matrix, The Matrix Resurrections. You almost had it.
Oh my God. Yeah, that sounds like that literally sounds like a fanfic. Like if I were on 4chan and reading 4chan, that's what some asshole would be like. Hey, this is a great fanfic. You guys should check this out. There's all sorts of titties in it. I make Trinity and Neo have sex and they have like little Matrix babies. Like, I don't know, just maybe I could be wrong. I'm excited. I'm still going to watch it, but I don't really have a lot of, like, Matrix was one of those lightning in a bottle movies. Matrix 1 was so fucking phenomenal. It changed the game. And then everything after that again, I mean, it was hard to follow it up, but it always felt like it was rushed, or especially the third one. The third one just like they threw everything but fucking pancake syrup at the wall.
Yeah.
And it was just everything.
I don't like the second or the third one very much. Like, upon going to see them, I saw them the day they fucking came out, and I was like jizzing in my pants, excited about it. But then when I saw them, I was like, what in the ass? I thought I was just too stupid to like it. And then I got out of the theater, and I don't even know if like Google existed yet, but I started finding out very quickly from the reviews, maybe in the newspaper or on AOL, but that everybody else hated it too. And it was kind of like the same thing that happened with the Star Wars prequels that came out. It was like, ooh, am I supposed to like this? And it was like, oh, no one else does either. We're good. We're good here. But
it was like bad sex that a girl would have with a dude, and just a bunch of self-denial, because it's like, oh yeah, he was all right. Like, I mean, he was probably just drunk and it wasn't good sex. Because I went and seen the prequels too, and I would just tell myself, no, they're good. They're good. They're awesome. I love them. But it was just denying that they were so fucking bad because I didn't want to admit that it was bad.
Because you already spent all your fucking birthday money on the goddamn toys.
Yeah, I know.
So you were like invested. Same thing happened with Batman and Robin, by the way. I was like, I liked it. Same thing with the Power Rangers movie too. I was like, I liked it. Deep down inside, I'm pretty sure that's where like whatever kills me when I'm adult comes from. Is that just lying disappointment of all those movies as a child that I shoved into my gullet?
No, that was just when your dad didn't show up when he was supposed to pick you up from school. That's all the disappointment wrapped up. Yes, that was exactly what it was. I know. I feel the pain. But no, it was really interesting. The thing about Power Rangers, though, Power Rangers, the movie that came out in 1995, for as corny and terrible of a movie that was, it actually played to the audience that it was built for. It didn't try to do anything dark and fanciful. It literally was just the show for kids on the big screen. So I appreciate it for that. Yeah, you look at Batman and Robin and Batman Forever, they really fucked up.
They didn't even have their fucking suits, man.
Well, but it was still a Power Rangers movie based on the TV show.
Sure, but they like the fucking coolest thing about the Power Rangers is the
they had their suits at the very beginning of the movie, was fucking badass.
Yeah, but the whole middle of the movie sucked BB.
Yeah, that was terrible. When they got their 90s and they had to go on a secret quest to get their jumpsuits
it was like
back.
Fucking Tales of Arabia shit.
Yeah, it was like, I'm a frog. Adam's like, I'm a frog, and he's like, yeah, but like the kind that you kiss. And you get a beautiful prince. I was like, God, even as a kid, I was like, that's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, they look like kids whose parents couldn't afford a Halloween costume, so they just dressed them up in the weird hippie shit they used to wear back.
The good news was that we could all like afford to, you could just wear, cut some holes in your mom's blouse and shit, and like run around with the fucking karate gi. So I mean, you didn't have to really worry about like going out and get the expensive shit.
But they even had the coolest toys for that. They were like all chromed out. I don't know. I guess we're off topic here, but no, I'm fine with the Matrix 4. I'm excited to see it. I actually think it's a good thing they're making the movie because maybe they can wrap it up. It's not asking too much for it to be better than 2 or 3, right? So if it's better than 2 or 3, then I think it's a fucking. If you think it's going to be better than part 2 or part 3, then I think it's a success. Because I mean, a fucking wooden box could be better than part 3. But I mean,
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I feel like honestly, what I would have done, and again, I love Keanu Reeves, Neo. The whole thing is badass. What I might have done though, honestly, is it the Wachowski sisters now? I don't know what they are, but I would have gone with the direction of that Neo is maybe dead, and then reinsert it into the Matrix somewhere, and then tell the story of a new hero, and then focus the story around him or her, and then maybe have Keanu Reeves as Neo come back, maybe as the architect. That'd be fucked up. If he was the Colonel Sanders motherfucker, like maybe he went evil or kind of evil, but he thought he could control the Matrix, and now he's the Colonel Sanders guy.
See, I would hate that because that would just shit on his plight in the first movie.
Fuck it. I mean, they're shitting on him now. He has to go back in time.
Christina Ricci's in this. I didn't know that.
Oh, I thought you was like in the chat. I was like, really?
Yeah, hey, Christina's here. I loved you and Adam's family. Luis Nunez, thanks, buddy. He says, surprised you guys haven't reacted to the Spider-Man trailer. We were going to, but we couldn't get together, so then we just decided that we're going to be too late for anybody to give a fuck, so we're just going to do it on Patreon. The lowest, the lower tier Patreon, so that everybody on there can see it, which is, by the way, where our commentaries are. It's $5. You get all those commentaries and all that shit. And for you other Patrons in the top 2 tiers, tomorrow night's party night. Just as a reminder, we're getting fucking nuts.
Hey, guys, by the way, can you answer a really quick question? Is it blurry as fuck to you while you're watching us? It looks fine. I'm looking at you and we're fine. We look as ugly as ever, but I'm looking at my phone and it just seems we're blurry.
That's probably just your internet.
My shitty phone. Yeah, I did get it from Cricket. Nothing wrong with Cricket, by the way. I almost switched there.
Cricket's the best. That's what
I know. I know, but I got the Cricket like it was a trade-in value. It was a trade-in phone at Cricket. Like, God damn, how poor are you? I was like, yeah, poor enough to get a Cricket trade-in phone. They wouldn't even give me a new one, and they give it to crackheads.
MetroPCUSA.edu. That's where I got my phone.
Yeah. Look, I've seen those motherfuckers set up like kiosks outside of Crackhead Valley, and they give it to crackheads for free. And I had to fucking get a trade-in one because they didn't trust my credit.
That's true. Give me the old flip phone too.
Yeah, I was like, I'll take the flip phone, dude. I like the flip phone. That shit remind me of Star Trek. When you get a girl's number, you're like, What's the number? Write it down quick before I don't want it no more.
Cody Buchanan says, hey guys, my son Ashton wants to say hi and was wondering if Slenderman can say Candyman 5 times and wants his thoughts on him. Ooh, you're going to die.
No, because I'm not looking in a mirror.
Look at yourself. That is a mirror.
Nope.
Yep.
So me going to go live views. What was the name?
Ashton.
Ashton. Okay, Ashton. First off, you should not be playing with dark forces. That's not good. That's not the right kind of Candyman. Him not ice cream sandwich, man. Him Candyman. He walk around with hook and bees all in his body. But man, we gonna do like this. Me gonna go Candyman times 2. See, now me didn't say it. So technically me all right. You see what me do there? And then he might show up and be like, me gonna kill you now. I'm like, no. Me did not say Candyman 5 times. He said Candyman time 2. So you was wrong.
Candyman, bitch.
Anyway, what I thought about Candyman, me think that Candyman, he just misunderstood. He really just wanted to open up a bee colony and fall in love with a woman. But people said, no, not in me neighborhood, Mr. Bee Man. And they mistreated poor man. And he came back. So you know what me gonna do? Me gonna give you poop rolls instead of candy rolls. That's right. You know, like those Rolos, but they're really poopy turds. That's right. He's not gonna come back and give you nice candy no more. He's gonna take your soul down to Chinatown, sir. Anyway, that's what me thought about. Me feel bad for Candyman. Maybe someone need to take him Baskin 31 and get him some ice cream. Anyway.
Guy on an Adventure says, just join your old Patreon. The old Patreon. We'll be checking in, my boys. Thanks, man. Appreciate that very much.
Thanks.
I hope you enjoy all the stuff that we're going to be throwing at your face.
We've missed you so bad.
JD, thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. What's up, guys? Can't stay, but I wanted to leave this. I'll check you guys on the playback tomorrow. Have a great stream.
Hey,
thank
awesome,
you, JD.
Man.
That's fucking
have a
nice
good weekend.
of you, brother. Hope you have an awesome fucking day. Daniel Scott with the big one. With the big cock. Daniel Scott, thanks, man. He says, because I was late, dang it. Dang it, them boys is whacking off.
Yeah, I was like, when you're late again. Goes, fuck you, pay me the money. Fuck you. Thanks, man. That's awesome. Be late more often.
Yeah, never pay full price for late subscribers. They said that it looks good. Someone said you're blurry, but I'm not. Someone said it's not the best quality, but it's clear enough. That's what Courtney said. Edward said you're just drunk. Iron Wolf said not blurry, and 25 Savage said a little bit. And Jason Dyer says looks good. So a nice smattering.
I don't know. It seems like a split in the people's opinion, except for the one guy that leaned over to insult me. But nonetheless, it's fun. The one that said I was drunk. That's not true at all. But yeah, I just started. I wish I could get drunk that fast. But anyway, okay, so we're good.
It's the coke you did out of the hooker's butthole before the stream.
That always makes you a little strange. You shouldn't do that.
It will get you. Yeah. It will.
It was also, I think it was the bubble gum that I was chewing at the time that I did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gets stuck inside of you. You know, they say if you smoke while you chew gum, you'll get cancer faster.
I heard that, but I did it all the time and I'm still good to go.
I just think it's fucking gross. Why would you want to chew gum while you smoke?
I don't know. I think it was just a habit.
I also, when I was a kid, my friend told me that if you broke up Tylenol and sprayed it with cologne and snorted it, it would get you high. What? I didn't do it.
Oh, the Tylenol.
I wouldn't be here if I did. Yeah,
dude. You know what's crazy? What was it? There was somebody. I've been watching a bunch of these podcasts and stuff. And one of them was the guy. It was David Spade. David Spade was talking to Norm Macdonald on Norm Macdonald's show, and he was talking about there was a scene where he was a coke addict, and he had to do cocaine, and they were like they took B12 and they crushed it up to make it look like coke, and so David Spade was like, well, all right, well, how do I fake this? He's like, you don't fake it, just snort it. And he was like, yeah, they didn't give a fuck if I died. He was like, he said he snorted 12 lines of B12. And he goes, I didn't know what it did to you, but he's like, I was fucking running from the bus stop all the way down the park. And then while I was running, I was like, hey, I'm going to dig this pool. And he goes, I couldn't understand why for 2 fucking days straight that I was just the happiest I've ever been in my life. And he's like, just be careful and do what's normal. Do cocaine. It's a lot safer than B12.
That's what's in like those like 5-hour energy shots and shit like that. That shit'll kill you, man.
Well, that's crazy. He said he kept doing take after take. It was like 12 lines of fuck. It was real. Like they were making him cut it and snort it. That is for the camera.
So fucking dangerous. That is so.
Well, he said he was young and he had just started. He's like, they didn't give a fuck if I died. They were like, fuck it, we'll just replace him if he died.
Oh shit, man. Orlando/1978 said, "What's up, Mike and Jay? I hope you guys had a great week. Did you guys see the trailer for the Haddonfield Nightmare yet? No, have not, my friend. Have not. I imagine that's a Halloween fan film. That's what I'm thinking.
I think so. Yeah.
Ain't seen it. I ain't seen shit, motherfucker. Sir Cot Gamer, thanks, buddy.
Ving Rhames, calm down. Go back to the ball.
Fuck. Hey, boys, seeing C-Man after stream. Old command, be my vitamin. Enjoy your weekend.
Are you having a stroke while you're typing?
Dookie Blair out.
Dude, 911.
He said, P.S. them damn enchiladas. Ooh, baby.
Yeah, I swear to God, when you were reading what he was saying, it literally sounded like on the screen, if I was a 911 operator, like it sounded like the guy talking was like, please report to whatever his address is. The man's in the middle of a stroke. The man's in the middle, code 5. It just sounded really strange.
I think people are on their way home from work.
Oh, they're
we
texting.
Did this weird fucking time, so they're like, I'm trying not to die. And then like red button.
I've done that before. Like I've tried to text. I can't text my thumb. I just do my index finger, so it takes me forever. But like I've texted before while I was driving, and literally, if you read it back, it almost sounds like I'm doing. I told the witch doctor. He told me what to do. He said, "Ooh, ching chang." Well, it's just fucking nonsense. That's gonna be
stuck in my goddamn head.
Ching chang. Well, hey, are you gonna come over? Bing bang. You sound like a defunct Hasbro toy.
Jason Dyer, thanks, buddy. He says, going to the Guns N' Roses concert tonight, rocking my. Are they still fucking touring? What'd that ticket cost?
Guns N' Roses?
$7.95.
Guns N' Roses
are still touring apparently. I hope surely it's not Axl. That guy's gotta be like.
Well,
done.
Yeah, dude. They have to like grease the doors just to get that fat fuck through them.
Did he gain weight?
Have you not seen him? Holy shit!
I haven't seen him since like the MTV Music Awards, like the last.
Dude,
one
he looks
was
terrible.
relevant.
Like he looks like us in about 5 more years.
He came out and did. Sorry, Jason. You said it's a super chat. We're making fun of what might be your favorite band.
I'd like Guns N' Roses. They just don't.
But he came out on that. It was like 20 fucking years ago. He came out for the MTV Music Awards, and it was like the reuniting of the band. And he comes out, and they did "Welcome to the Jungle." But the motherfucker probably smokes like 2 packs of Marlboro Reds a day, and he was like, "Shut it on
He needs to change that song. He needs to change that song called "Welcome to Haagen-Dazs." He still can. I think he can still sing. I didn't know they were still touring though. I really thought I thought Axl Rose had got into it with like Slash and they all broke up. I didn't know they were.
I think they hired a new lead singer. I think.
Well, it's hard to even tell if Slash is mad at you. His face is hidden half the time.
That's true.
You can't even see his face.
That's really true.
He looks like Cousin It with a top hat.
He does, but and a Jerry curl.
But he's awesome.
Guns N' Roses concert tonight, rocking my Wham t-shirt. Hell yeah, man. Just don't let him watch this video. Going to partake in whiskey, pizza rolls, poo-tang, great music, and a smile because of you guys. Happy Friday.
Hey,
that
awesome.
sounds like a great fucking time.
Sounds great, man.
God
sounds
damn
way
it.
better than our normal lives. Our lives suck.
Yeah, he got me excited as fuck.
I know. It pumps you up. I like living vicariously through you guys. It really makes the difference.
Yeah,
it's I'll never be able to do that, but I enjoy you guys doing it.
Yeah, we'll just be here picking each other's butts.
Send us pictures.
Dakota Buckner says, what's up, guys? I was wondering if you guys are going to do Friday Night Fights again. Yes! We actually have a really good idea for one. It's just we're waiting on the right time to do it. Because we don't want to do them too much, but then if there's movie news, we're going to do that, and then, they can...
Yeah, we were going to get back to do it. I mean, August has just been a crazy, crazy month, but we're getting back on schedule.
And I feel like people got sick of them there for a little bit, so we want to take a little break, a little breaky poo, and, because if they don't show up for the show, then they can't give them the fucking show.
Yeah.
Well, that's just the way that the world works. But yeah, we'll definitely do it again. It's not dead. Nerd's Eye View. I love that fucking name, dude, because it reminds me of one of my favorite fucking 90s songs. Everything falls
What's
apart.
that? Nerd's Eye View?
Nerd's Eye View, but the name of the band was Bird's Eye View.
Dog's Eye View. Nerd's Eye View sounds like a good band.
It does.
It sounds like something that Weezer would be a part of.
I met God this afternoon.
But then again, that might just because the lead singer of Weezer looks like Nerd Eye View. Like, I don't know. He just looks like he would own a comic book store and have Nerd's Eye View.
I could definitely see that.
Like, do a podcast with Nerd's Eye View. That's a good podcast name.
I like it. Yeah, it just give you the nerd take of the world.
Yeah, just talk about comic book movies and shit. Yeah.
Be every other thing, but with a cool
You guys want to see my toy collection? Look. So I updated this last week.
He said, I heard a rumor on YouTube that Michael Myers talks in Halloween Ends. Do you guys think that's true? What do you guys think about that? If it came from the internet, I'll say it's probably bullshit. But if he does... fuck that.
I don't know if you've heard or not, but the internet's literally never lied a day in its life. It tells nothing but the truth. The Pope itself is a liar next to it. No, that's bullshit. Look, they've already done that. Like, they already approached that with when they did the goddamn Rob Zombie shithole Halloween 2. I mean, When he yelled no, my fucking butthole curled up in on itself and my heart went into a black hole. Like, I was like, oh my God, you have ruined this movie completely. It was already bad enough. He was a hobo walking around the fucking train tracks. And now he goes, no, like a fucking bad Saturday morning villain that just got killed. It was like, you guys have, I don't think he's gonna, when they mean talk, if he grunts, even then that's pushing the envelope. I don't think Michael should grunt in pain, but he already did in Halloween 2018, but whatever.
Look, I hope he doesn't. But like, does he finally sit down with some investigative journalists and maybe spill his whole side of the story? Who knows? Yeah. But I highly fucking doubt it. God damn it! I hope they don't fucking do that, Jay. Now I'm scared.
Oh yeah, JT Custom says he said die in H2. I would rather him say no. Actually, okay, you know what? It was me screaming no on the inside that was confusing. Yeah, I was thinking no, like I was screaming no when I heard him say die. So that was really, I was confused. It was my own hellish soul yelling that I heard.
Honestly, no would have been way better because I think the corniest part about Michael talking and Rob Zombie's H2 was the fact that he said die. That is like the biggest 6th grade metalhead thing to say when you kill someone.
What if he had yelled no, like no, and then he had bitch slapped the fucking Sherry Moon off that white unicorn and fucked her up and then stopped his sister from becoming Michael Myers. I'd have taken that shit. I'd have taken that fucking shit.
I'd rather get kicked in the face by the fucking unicorn.
I know that Sherry Moon and the unicorn was like it's not really there, but fuck it. He's supposed to be super. Huh? You've already made all this weird. Fuck it.
I had no idea.
Let him turn around and just throw a knife into like the ether and somehow it kills her. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, that was so fucking bad. I hope they don't. I'm sure they won't. They won't. Nah, sure.
I don't think so.
No. Go Flamingo. I like that fucking name a lot. Go Flamingo. Says, I want to see Friday the 13th fan film with you guys playing the head camp counselors. Would you guys do it if someone asked? If someone paid?
Yeah, I mean, we're not like, what are we talking? What's the terms?
If they pay for our room and board, sure.
Honestly, that would be the main thing. Is like, could you guys pay for our shitty Motel 6 stay and our continental breakfast? And if you can do that, we'll be there. I swear to God.
And if it's actually good.
Yeah. It depends on how far it is. Like, hey, would you come out here into bumfuck Arizona? I'm like, nah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I swear to God, if your mom is fucking filming this and she's like giving us snack packs every day for lunch, I'm gonna be really pissed.
Yeah, I was like, we don't want to get to your house and be like, go downstairs. My mom's got the camera all set up. and when you get down there, take off your pants. And you're like, okay, well, there better be snack packs involved as you're taking your pants down. Spread your butt cheeks. Where's my Fanta? I'll spread my butt cheeks when I get my goddamn Fanta.
Pour the orange Fanta right down my butt cheeks.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, as long as you're getting it. But yeah, I don't even know why I said Arizona for it. It would have to be on the East Coast somewhere if you're going to use like trees and shit. So I don't know. But yeah, I'd be fine with doing that.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. Mark Dorn, we were actually going to be in one at one point as camp counselors. No, we were going to be campers, but I guess we got too old.
You know what I had fun with doing? I like when we were the radio DJs for that
I got
Halloween.
my dick chopped off in that script.
Did you?
Yeah, you remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
I got my dick chopped
because it was already diseased. So they're like, let's just cut off the infection.
Hey,
but no, you know what? The thing is, I thought it was fun when we did the radio DJs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we're lazy and we don't have to leave or do anything.
Yeah, that's true. It was very easy.
We just read the paper and act like it's like, yeah, we're actors now. High five.
Oh shit, Mark Dorman, thanks, buddy. He says, hey guys, driving to Atlanta for Days of the Dead now and looking forward to the Patreon stream. If I have problems driving home Sunday, I've done the weekend right. Yeah, dude, you're going to have a fucking party. If you go to Days of the Dead and then do the Patreon stream tomorrow night, you might just die.
You're going to go in.
You have to go home.
You're going to go in looking like a good-looking Ben Affleck, and you're going to come home looking like Ozzy Osbourne with the shakes and everything. Sharon! You'll be driving like...
I'll have a breakfast bagel.
Yeah, you go in looking like James Franco. It's better. And then you're going to come home looking like Ozzy Osbourne. God damn. That was a quick turnaround. Dude, that's how it happens, though, man. Like, you know, so we do those... Sometimes we've had some long nights, and then wake up in the morning and look like Keith Richards.
Oh man, I like, look good this morning,
dude. I don't even want to buy. I feel like I just want to, like float through my house with half my face hidden, like I'm Phantom of the Opera. I don't even want people to look at me in the eye because I know how horrible I look.
Yeah, dude, that was me this morning. I had way too many fucking old Dunkel Oktoberfest last night at the old volleyball pit. I was fucking.
Oh, you gotta be. Bye, Tristan. See you later. Yeah. Well, when did they start coming out with Oktoberfest again?
Like a couple weeks ago.
That's not Sam Adams. Is that Sam Adams?
Though Oktoberfest is like the type of beer now, so like multiple brands have their own. But Sam Adams is the main one.
So there's multiple beers that taste like shit now. I see.
Yeah, I got a good beer for you to try when you come over. By the way,
because every time you say that, I've never. The only beer I like that Michelob one that you got from Wisconsin. That was the only time ever that I liked the beer that you got.
It's called Atomic Pumpkin.
Yeah, that sounds fucking great.
It is a pumpkin flavored beer that actually has hints of habanero in it.
Fuck
and
that,
chili.
Dude. Okay. Why don't you just stick my head inside of a jack-o'-lantern and say, drink the juices, the juices, and I'll put some jalapeno juices in there too.
You could just save some time and lick my ass.
No, that's some dirty juice. I don't want that ass juice.
That's atomic butt juice.
That's what that atomic butt juice is what you get when you're in the car for 6 hours in Louisiana. You get that atomic butt juice.
Oh, shit, that hurts. The Shape of the Shadows, thanks, my friend. He said, hey, Mike and Jay and the Wham fam. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Had to leave work early. Lower back's been hurting a bit. And boss was mad. Could I get a shout-out from Dr. Loomis?
What was the name?
Back issues suck, my friend. I feel you on that. The Shape in the Shadows. With the bad back. And a shitty boss.
Shape and the Shadows. You know why you have a bad back? You know why you have a bad back? Because you don't have a real good job. You're holding your goddamn, you know what you're doing? You're holding your fears and you're holding up yourself, your self-esteem, and you're carrying that shit around like a brick. Put it down and fuck your boss. I don't care. That's an excuse.
Literally.
You don't like your boss and your back is fucked up. Guess what you got to do? Set your crack down and get a new job. Start putting in the applications. Start going for it. Also see a chiropractor. Get that shit adjusted. That's what you do, okay? You pack that shit down. You pack it up and pack it down. I don't want to hear anymore. Okay? Oh, my back hurts. Oh, I had the boo-boo. I don't know what to do. You know what I do? I hunt down a killer. You see me cry? He had a goddamn ponytail one time, and he tried to fake. That's what you're doing. You're like taking off your mask with your fake ponytail with a fake tear. But like, oh, Jamie, I love you. They try to kill people. Shut up. Anyway, I hope your back feels better. Take some ibuprofen and shut up.
You know what?
By the way, I do understand, Zachary Bloom, that not everybody drinks light beer. It's just the smart ones do. The Michelob Ultra is the superior light beer.
You know what you should have said to him, Shape in the Shadows? Be like, why are you going home early? Because my back hurts from carrying this goddamn company. And you and your fucking mustache. I'm out.
And I bet he does. I bet his boss does have a mustache.
I hope he does.
Probably looks like Mario.
Sounds like a twat. He's going to give you shit about your back hurting. That son of a bitch. Dakota Buckner, thanks, man. He says, you guys should make a Halloween fan film. I would watch it in theaters. And what would you guys name it? Halloween, Michael something, Halla fucking Ween.
We were going to call
it. Fucking Ween is what we would call it. That's the name.
What, a fan film?
Yeah, Halla fucking Ween. Halla fucking fan film Ween.
I would call it Friday the 13th on Halloween Day. I would just confuse the shit out of people. Yeah. Halloween on Crystal Lake. Ooh, that'd be good. They'd be like, Walt?
White masks, brown underwear. I probably won't go. I'm gay. The story of Michael Myers.
I'm gay. The love of the knife. That sounds like a perfect book. I'm gay. The love of the knife. It's like really all these murders just came down from a deep-seated like regret that he never came out, and he killed his sister because she made fun of him when he tried to say I like wieners. That's so stupid. It's just a joke. By the way,
I swear I fuck my sister, but if I did, here's how I would have done it. That's the name of our Halloween fan film.
JT Custom says any script reviews coming up. Yeah, I guess we'll get to some of those. I mean, we've got a shit ton to talk about. October for sure. Maybe before then, but definitely October. We'll get back to doing at least. We're gonna find some really fucking good ones, some tight butthole stuff. Yeah,
and then we'll do it. But all right, let's get to this Halloween news and then get that done, and then we can take a break and we come back and we can play with our nuts and talk about Candyman. Does that sound good to you?
I like it.
Okay.
We want to really quick point out. Thank you guys. 301 of you guys are sticking it out on a Friday at 6:38. We like it. Okay, let's
only 288 showed up on mine, so I guess they like you better. So
let's do this. We're gonna have the pre-party. You guys are gonna get fucked up here, and then you're gonna go get fucked up at the bar or wherever you're gonna go. That's what you do. You have to have the pre-drink.
Unless you're fighting sobriety, and then you stay the fuck sober.
Or unless you're, and also if you're under 21, don't you dare,
yeah.
Don't you fucking do that. Okay,
yeah,
you
or
son of a
over
bitch.
100, because it's time to stop drinking. Actually, drink more. You're
Be
a fucking
smarter.
champion at this point.
Do drugs.
You're a tank. Yeah, keep it going.
And when I say drugs, I meant like the good kind.
Nothing can fucking kill you.
That's right.
Nothing
you're a god.
Yeah,
did you not know?
hold out for one more day, and they'll come up with that anti-aging pill, and then you're just gonna start. Not only will you still be alive at 101, but then you'll just be fucking like hot people.
Yeah, somebody pointed out that you said fighting sobriety. So when you really want to just fight your sobriety, when you want to fight it and you really just want to get drunk, fuck it.
I just kick my. That's what I say. I'm fighting sobriety. God damn it! And I
just dude. I swear. Like, he said, if I were listening, I was like, oh yeah, fuck my sobriety. Crack that beer open. I'm gonna kill you, wife.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Halloween Kills.
Oh. You know, I hate it when like YouTube channels like put just blatant ads in the middle of their fucking things. You know, I feel like it's just so false and it doesn't feel right. And it's like, it's so bullshit.
But you know, and that's exactly what I feel as well, Mike. When I'm having a headache, I reach for something a little bit more superior.
Hey, I'm not selling Michelob Ultra. I'm selling our fucking beer glass.
I'm looking for a sponsor.
God damn it.
Notice the can is smooth and blue.
Oh, shit. All right. Halloween fucking kills, man. That's what you came here for. That's the only reason you fucking even like us.
Why'd you George Bush it? Halloween kills. He threw a shoe at me.
It's my favorite George Bush line of all time. But yeah, let's take a look here at it. So CinemaCon happened this week, as we were talking about, my friends. And I didn't even realize that Halloween Kills was going to do shit because I'm just shitty at my job. But Halloween Kills showed a new trailer at CinemaCon. You guys remember, Jay? You remember that day that you and I were fucked up?
Yesterday?
We were filming the Martyrs commentary. And
I don't even remember that movie. That's how bad I was.
Yeah, it was bad. That's on the Patreon too. But we were filming the commentary for Martyrs, and we were at the end of an all-day shoot. Like all day long. And we got done shooting, and like at the end of the commentary, CinemaCon was going on at that time too, like back in 2018. My phone goes off and it's like they showed the Halloween Kills trailer, and then they had a description of the Halloween Kills trailer with him spreading the fucking teeth around and all that we ended up seeing. And we had to stop and do a whole like Halloween Kills update, just fucking way too drunk to be doing any videos.
I kind of remember it. Like through like it's like looking through like a frozen chunk of shit. Like I was like, it's like a little bit blurry, but I kind of see it on the other side. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I kind of remember that. Yeah,
it was dark. But yeah. So, anyways, that CinemaCon same thing was this year, and even though we already have the Halloween Kills trailer, a new trailer came out, and here is the description of what happened during the trailer. This is like a couple days ago, so forgive me if you've heard this already, but it says. It said it opens on a pumpkin. Fucking be original, dicks.
It's probably a shitty old pumpkin. If they're trying to be scary about it, it's probably like a rotting pumpkin.
Opens on pumpkin. Kids running around, and two of them swinging in a park. A woman asks, "Hey, what are you guys doing out there? Are you alone?"
Sounds like a life insurance commercial.
Flo pops out. Ah!
Progressive.
That's fucking scary. Like, yeah, two kids on a swing. Flo from Progressive shows up. Ah!
Don't let Halloween scare you from a good offer. Life insurance, Progressive, Flo.
Flo's a Flo fucking slasher movie is what needs to get made.
All right, dude, I could see that. Like, she looks like a fucking Stepford Wives. Like, she could like.
Dude, I love a chick in red lipstick, and I still hate her. I hate her. Yeah. I don't know why. Anyways, all right. Woman asks, "Hey, what are you guys doing out here? Are you alone?" A kid responds, "There's a creepy man in a white mask, and he's trying to play hide and seek with us." That's fucking scary. Like, that is a cool fucking shot. I'm imagining it in my vagina, my eyes.
In your vagina, yes. I think it's accurate so far.
Yeah, I'm in my mind's eye.
Yes,
I'm using
your vagina.
I'm bent over and using my own vagina as a telescope.
Yeah, Mike stands over a clear brook so he can look down and see his vagina clearly.
Because we all know that the vagina goes straight into the butthole.
Looks like a canoe.
There's like it's like one of those finger traps you used to play with as a kid. Only it goes from vagina to butthole. So if you put a bullet in it, it would go right through.
I don't know if that would work, but it just looks like a canoe boat.
Why does anyone watch our channel?
I'm actually already tuned out of the conversation.
Fuck, dude.
So yeah, it's a guy that he's like, "Hey, mommy, the weird man in the mask wants to play hide and seek with us," and they're scared.
Yeah.
It's their uncle that's drunk.
But dude, imagine these kids in the park, and like Michael's trying to fucking he's trying to be coy and like
it's so pervy,
and he's like, "Mommy, that man's playing hide and seek with us." And Michael's like, "No, I'm trying to fucking kill you." God.
Yeah, It's pervy as fuck though, because I hope that doesn't happen. Like, Michael like fucking flashed a bunch of kids like behind a tree. It's like, he's like, hey, come play hide and seek with me.
I think it's creepy as fuck.
You know what's weird is that we already, well, it's not weird. The cool thing is that we've already established that Michael is so like far removed from any kind of human element that he doesn't give a shit to kill kids like he did in Halloween 2018. Yeah. That makes it elevated scary because now kids aren't even safe. Because, back in the day, you'd always be like, I'm a kid, I'm safe. Because when I saw Halloween, like he wouldn't fuck with us because we're like 12 years old.
Yeah.
But now, if I saw it now, I'm like, oh fuck, man. I'm thinking about like I'll sacrifice my mom, my dad. I don't give a fuck. Whoever gets in my way, I'm getting away from Michael.
I believe you when you say that. I don't know why.
Well, I know
crazy,
I would,
but I just do. I believe you. But no, it says there's a creepy man in a white mask. He's trying to play hide and seek with us, which just gives me chills. I think that's creepy as fuck. It says the woman asks where he is, and then Mike then sees Michael in the distance. Imagine your kids be like, "Hey, we're playing hide and seek with this guy," and then you look up and it's fucking Michael Myers in his white-faced fucking mask. That'd be the scariest thing of all time. But it's Michael Myers in the distance. Michael jumps on top of a nearby van and attacks the people inside. Like, are you picturing $6 Million Man like I am? Like, shit. Like jump on top of a van?
I was thinking of like I was picturing Michael doing it and then a slow-mo happening and then you're like when Thor is coming down in Ragnarok and just lightning is shooting up out of his ass. Like, I swear to God, dude, if I'm in the theater and Michael jumps so fucking hard and so fast off the ground looking like Incredible Hulk, lightning just takes up behind him and you hear that Led Zeppelin shit start hitting. Dude, I'd be like, oh my God.
He flies on top of the van.
Come from the land of the ice and stuff. Like, fuck yeah, dude, this is badass. They could do that if the person in the van was listening to Led Zeppelin at the time, because that would be fucking insane. I'm not saying they should do that. I'm just saying
cool thing. Like Jack Black in School of Rock. And he turns around and looks at the kids. He's like,
yeah. Oh my God, dude, I would shit a pumpkin.
Oh fuck. Anyways, yeah. So that happens. It's a weird imagery, but I imagine that it actually plays out a lot.
Sounds badass. I want a poster of that. It sounds like Jordan posturizing somebody in the lane.
Posterizing, you fucking
or posterizing. I don't care. Posturing, I don't care.
But so Michael jumps on top of a nearby van like a cat, like a fucking kitty cat,
or like that desperate crackhead that needs that change when you said no. I need a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, you got anything?
Because you know how the folks those crackheads are. Like they walk in, they're sitting by those automatic doors, and they're sitting by there. You're like, oh, do you have any change? You're like, no, man, I don't have anything. And they let you go in and buy your shit, and you pull out cash sometimes, and that's like they get pissed. They give you that fucking side eye stink eye when you walk out. Like, I thought you didn't have no money, dog. I didn't. I owed that person money.
I like it when I'm like, I don't know. All I got's cards, man. Sorry. And they're like, no, that's cool. And they pull out like a $350 Apple iSwipe, and they're like, just swipe your card here, dude. Like,
yeah, they're getting fancy with it now.
I can't afford one of those.
If you get a chip implant in your hand, they're gonna pull out some scanner. They're like, that's all right, man. Here, just scan it into my bank.
Honestly, like if you could, I'm not even gonna go down this dark hole. That's what she didn't say. But he jumps on top of a nearby van and attacks the people inside. Another woman tries to shoot him, but is out of bullets. Like this woman, I'm just imagining a woman next to a fucking playground with a goddamn hand cannon.
Yeah, you didn't check that? You didn't check the ammunition?
Fuck, I'm out of bullets. I forgot to fucking. I always tell myself when I take the kids to the park, remember the extra clip.
That almost sounds like some kind of slapstick thing, though, because it's like it wouldn't make sense. It's like that Michael's out there, and you pull out a gun. It's like, go back to hell where you came from, and he goes click. Click. You're like,
waiting on this since my husband.
Like, excuse me, it jams for a second. Wait a minute. It's not. It doesn't happen all the time. Hold on.
I imagine that this isn't some random person in the park. I imagine that this is a woman who's been chasing him. And like,
you know what? I just now thought about it. You know who I think it is? It's the girl from Desperate Housewives, or is that what she was on? Kylie Richards. Because do you remember in the scene he slams her up against, it looks like a van. He slams her against some kind of car and wraps his hand around her throat.
There's also the shot of the nurse shooting in the thing.
No, she's too old. That would never hit him. No, but I think it's Kylie Richards.
Could be. It could be, my friend. Why wouldn't they just say that though? What is it? Kylie Richards shows up
because they wanted to be surprised. They don't want to. Maybe she dies right then. Is that near the beginning of the movie?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah. It sounds pretty cool, though, man. It's like,
maybe go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Put it right in the butt.
Yeah.
Action oriented.
Sure.
I like it. Action Jackson.
But more happens. Michael shows up and he attacks the people inside. Another woman tries to shoot him, but is out of bullets. Smash cut. I don't know what the fuck a smash cut is, but it sounds like something I want to do in the bedroom.
It's Smash Mouth's greatest hits.
A smash cut to the house fire from the end of the previous film. Then we see the police interrogate the Strode family about the fire. So it's weird that they use the choice of the words interrogate the Strode family. Like,
yeah.
Hey, so you said you wait, let me hear this. I got 27 fucking dead firefighters on the lawn of your house.
I know where you're going with this.
Michael's nowhere in sight. It's like, so let me get this straight, right? Okay, so you lured him to your fucking house, which you then set on fucking fire. And now all the firefighters in this town are fucking dead.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lori. Good job. Maybe you should just let us handle this one next time. You know what I mean?
Can I respond back to that?
Please do.
Can I respond back to that?
Yes, the speaker has the floor.
So, okay. So let me just say something. Mm-hmm. This is what I'm going to say to you. I told her, you better not do it. That's what I said to her. And she was all wild and crazy. And she said, my brother's going to kill everybody. And I was like, you've smoked a lot of pot. You better not. And she's like, oh no, oh yeah. And that's what I said to her. I said, you better not do it. And she's like, oh no, I got to make him pay. And I'm like, oh man. And then she set it on fire. But because my name's Joe John, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, I'm just thinking of that.
That's where I thought you were going with it.
No,
your name's Joe John. You're Joe.
He's talking about what's the name of it? Orange County.
Orange County. Yeah. He was like, I said, you better not. You better not.
Got to find the directory.
He's like, what's your name? It's like Joe. Joe. He's like, Joe John. Your name's Joe John.
You want to get naked and start the revolution? Oh fuck, Dante. H.
Do you want me to call the police? Do you want to get naked and start the revolution? So one of the best comebacks of all time.
Oh, I love that fucking movie so much, dude. Dante H says, "Hey guys, just want to say I'm happy seeing you guys back together and doing your vids and live stream. Keep up the good work. Love you guys. Woo!
Hey, thanks, man.
Thank
Love you.
Yeah, but anyway, it's interesting they said interrogate. So they're interrogating the Strode family about the fire. You booby trapped your own fucking house for a guy who was already in jail.
Yeah, what are you, a grown-up Macaulay Culkin? Are you crazy?
It's honestly a pretty stupid fucking plan, but I guess it worked out. They talk about Michael.
I'm not. Wait a minute. By the way, before you continue, I'm just gonna say, yes, that was April walking behind me, but it scared the fuck out of me, dude, for a second, because I looked up and I just saw like a shadow walking.
I had the news story up anyway.
Oh, okay, it was on my camera. Then no one else saw it. It scared the fuck out of me.
You played yourself.
Yeah, I did. I played myself right into a poopy diaper because it scared me.
But. Okay, so the police are interrogating her about the fire. They talk about Michael, but one of the cops says Michael is still alive. Lori says in a voiceover, and I think that's in the other trailer too. He's like, "You didn't hear?" And then Lori in a voiceover says, 40 years ago, the boogeyman came for us. We are the survivors of Michael Myers. Then we see the survivors from the past films, Anthony Michael Hall. Then you see Allison trying to attack Michael, but losing in the fight. I believe that was in the other trailer. Karen yells, "You want to fucking kill someone?
Sounds like a Karen. Where's the manager?
Where's Dr. Loomis?
Where's the manager? I'll fucking kill every Walgreens employee. Where's the manager?
Then get me Sartain. He's dead too. Fuck.
What do you mean I can't get my controlled substance early? Give me the manager and I'll fucking kill you.
I like that they threw the fuck in there though. I don't think that was in the other trailer.
I was gonna say it was probably, what if they had a, well, how much would you have lost your shit in the trailer? Because if they had kept this a secret, dude, it'd be like, what the fuck? Where's this going? If you had seen, Michael Myers is dead, and you just heard that in the trailer, like, holy shit, is he gonna be in the movie?
It's
and it was
literally
like
Josh Hartnett's voice.
Yeah, it was literally Josh Hartnett, and he just popped in at the end, and he was like, "Mom, I told you to stop drinking." Dude, I would be like, "This is the craziest fucking movie I've ever seen in my life."
Even better, dude. It comes up. It's like at the end of the trailer. It's like, it's like Halloween Kills, and it's like bum 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 bum, and the music slightly veers off. What have you just heard? And it comes up like Blumhouse, and you hear, "I'm going to Yosemite."
Yeah, dude, I would shit my pants. I think it would be one of the greatest movies of all time. It would be bigger than Tobey Maguire being in Spider-Man.
He's back.
It'd be Josh Hartnett showed up as like her son. I'm like, that's what happens when you get drunk, Mom, and I didn't comb my hair. I just shit my pants, dude. But yeah, obviously Josh Hartnett is never going to be in it. But there's always possibilities in future sequels. We could always explore the Josh Hartnett.
He's pretty much said he's never fucking coming back to Halloween.
Well, if someone offers him like a Gap commercial or something, he'll do
it. Dirk Hall says, for some reason, YouTube won't let me comment because my son uses YouTube account, and it says I can't comment because it's a kids channel I just watch. What the fuck? That's weird, dude. I don't know, man. YouTube's
your account is
well.
If you go to your settings, if it's set for kids, then
I think you're actually just spelling the URL wrong. It's YO YouTube. I'm kidding. I know that
he's saying you're stupid.
I'm an idiot.
No, I just check your settings, man. I think you have it set to kids only, like kids preference.
That could be possible.
Yeah.
Dunpeel Duelist 69. I love the names you guys fucking come up with. It says, good morning, guys. I'm super excited to see the new Halloween Kills. Halloween's my all-time favorite horror movie franchise. Fucking hey, man.
Yeah,
drinking,
man.
Smoking, snorting.
Mine's CANDYMAN.
That's from Black Sheep. Oh, shit.
I'm only promoting it because we're getting ready to review it after we come back from the break. It's not really. I always liked Nightmare on Elm Street.
Marcus Myers, thanks, man. Appreciate that very much. Tyler Rumfeld says, Wynn shows up when Loomis and Michael is on the show. What's Loomis' reaction? Do it, Jay.
Who?
Oh, so Dr. Wynn shows up when Loomis and Michael is on the show. What would Loomis's reaction be?
If he showed up on the show? Like what show?
I guess our show.
Oh. It's not like I'm not an actor trying to I was like, I need context. I need you to build the scene out a little bit so I understand where's my character at? What's my motivation? Where's my thinking? I don't know. I guess he would say, Dr. Wynn, you son of a bitch. I always wanted to tell you, I always hoped when you revealed your evil master plan that you would drop dead from a heart attack and then a lightning bolt would strike your heart and you'd come back to life. And then I would shove suds so far down your throat that you would choke on them because your breath is awful. It smells like shit. It smells like complete dog shit. And by the way, Dr. Wynn, you're not even a doctor. You got your degree from Arizona State University. I supported you when you got it because I didn't want you to make you feel bad, but you're a loser. And I fucked your wife.
Sharon? You fucked Sharon?
I did. And it was the worst sex I've ever had in my life. Her clit is like an oversized stem pole.
The fuck is a stem pole?
I don't even know what that is. I was trying to think of the name for like the thing in the pool, the when you clean the pool out. It has a long pole.
A net.
Like a net pole. I don't even know what they're called. I'm sorry.
Skimmer pole.
Okay, I only fuck my my pool boy. I don't like asking questions.
It goes on to say, let's see. She says, 40 minutes. We are the world. We are the survivors of the Michael Myers. And then we see, okay, we saw that. Okay, Karen yells, you want to fucking kill someone? Take me. Another scene of Lori in the hospital with a bloody knife saying, and this is the newest thing I think of all it. She says, I want to take his mask off and see the life leave his eyes.
Lori says this?
Yes, and the trailer ends on her trying to take off Michael's mask.
That's kind of fuck. I really hope that almost sounds like the ending of the movie.
Yeah.
Like the way they're describing it, it almost feels like a cliffhanger and be like, guess what, bitch, come back next year. Like, if you want to find out the continuation, it almost feels like a Game of Thrones ending. Like it just leaves you with a cliffhanger, but instead of waiting a week, you're going to wait a year and be speculating like, oh,
they promised that wouldn't happen.
Oh, well, they did say
promised.
That. Yeah. Well, you know what? Dad made promises too, and sometimes he has to break it because he's got to work to put goddamn food on the table.
Hey, can you pretend to suck on this from there?
No, because it smells like shit.
Just open your mouth. Open your mouth. Come on, it's over here. It's hanging on your screen. Just come on, just put it in there. It's like a glory hole.
This is how Mike got his girl.
Come on.
Just put this in your mouth. Like.
This is how I cyberdate. Hey, can you just pretend you're sucking this?
ASL. Hey, if you were gonna suck my dick, how would you do it? Check my finger. But no, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they probably won't do a cliffhanger, but I mean, it just sounds like an ending type of scene. Like if you were gonna do a cliffhanger, that's how I'd do it.
Yeah. I don't see any problem with it. I think it flies perfectly with her character. I want to take his mask off and see the life leave his eyes. Now that was incorrectly reported first when it happened. They said that she said, I want to see the light leave his eyes. And I was thinking to myself, that's kind of stupid. Like
there's a light in your eyes. Did you leave that light burning for me?
He's known for literally having the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. So to say that I want to see the light leave his eyes is like, hey, congratulations, you're done. It's like showing up for work and finding out that, that everyone has the day off. Like you showed up on a Saturday, your work is done, go home. Yeah,
First
he
off,
has no light in his fucking eyes.
She better not take his goddamn mask off. Because even if I were a bystander and I saw her doing that, I would drop kick her in the head. Because I was like, you need to leave his mask on. No, because it's like, it pissed me off. Even in '89 Batman, when they were trying to fuck with his mask and almost had it off of his face, I'm like, stop. Why you do that? Don't do that.
Yeah, but he's been unmasked already. Like, he's going to be unmasked in this movie. We know that.
I know that, but I don't want to see, I don't want the camera to be like, ooh, like, hey, want to see my hand? See, you got to be quick. You got to be quick with me. I don't even want them to do that quick thing. Like,
yeah.
But
I mean, I don't think we wanted it in Halloween 2018 either. But then you saw it and you go, "Oh, okay, that worked. It wasn't that bad." You know what I mean?
It seems like a cool scene, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't want his. I know his mask is going to be off, but I don't like that whole. I want to see the light leave his eyes as he slowly dies. Fuck that! You decapitated him in the 7th one? Just cut his fucking head off. Like, it's good enough. I'm not saying I like that.
An innocent worker. Yeah. But it's just a line. I mean, it's not like she's actually going to do it.
She better not.
I want to see the fucking life leave. I better fucking see it. I swear to God.
I'll talk to people like Tivia.
I gotta fucking know.
I've got like 27 different accounts. I can send hate mail to it.
I like it though, but I like the way Loomis put it better. You know, when he's like, "It needs to die," and he was like, "I want to." There was some line in there about
the way you said it. Sound like you sound like it needs to die. It's like he just came at the same time.
That's what I say now when I come ever since 2018. It needs to die.
Get your ass away from there.
It should die.
When she's like chill sucking after you come, get your ass away from there.
Oh shit. Hey, what's up, Vinny? How's it going? What's up, Vanessa? Bernie said Bernie
said what? Knock you out?
He said I read what he said a second ago and I was gonna say it. He said Sean Connery's birthday.
Sean Connery's birthday.
Fucking love the
By the way, you know what the crazy thing is, by the way, just because we're gonna go on a break really quick, but
yes,
strange, dude. Sean Connery, he died last year on Halloween.
Yeah.
He died October 31st, 2020. What was crazy, there was a pretty big channel that had put out a video the day before that had said why Sean Connery is not in any movies anymore, and then he dies the next day. Holy fuck.
Oh, I thought you were doing a bit, dude. Sean Connery's totally fucking alive.
No, dude, suck my asshole. I know he's not. Okay, I looked up everywhere online. You're a liar. Up. I talked to the fucking pathologist. I've talked to the coroner in Ireland. You're completely wrong. I've seen his ashes floating along with leprechauns. You have no idea.
Sean Connery fucking died on Halloween of last year. When the fuck did that happen?
Last year on Halloween. Where have you been getting your news from? Like www.bullshit?
I thought Sean Connery was still with us.
No, I did too, but I saw that and it was like, holy shit. Yeah, he died on Halloween. But he was 90 years old, like, or 95 or something.
God, dude. He would have been
a great Loomis.
Such a good fucking Loomis, dude.
He would have been amazing. God. But yeah, but he was already sick. I think that, that's what they were saying too. Like, he had stopped acting. He had got sick real bad. I
can't believe Sean Connery died.
Yeah, dude. I know it's still fresh.
What a fucking legend that man was. A fucking legend, dude. All right, let's take a break. I need to process this news information. I really got to get my head out of my own ass sometimes.
I know. It smells really bad up there.
Your head's been there too many times.
I know. I've smelled it. I smell it when I get in your house. It just smells like pure ass.
That's not true. My house smells lovely. Hey, Jay,
no,
what
is
like?
Okay.
You have your list. I have my list. We'll just take turns going through it. What is you the worst Friday the 13th mask of all the
masks? 100%. I mean, and I was going to put the backhead part, but it's not. The backhead Jason is really unique and different and special in a lot of people's hearts and farts for a reason. So it would never be that one. But I always thought that the worst mask was Jason Goes to Hell. And I know there's a lot of love for them in the deep dark of the crustaceans in your underwear. But the thing about that mask was barely there. It was just he had a fat fucking swollen tumor-like face, and that mask was barely covering it. Look, Jason had been on the Pringles diet for a long time at that point, so the mask was barely on there. But the second thing is, and I we're included, people bitched a lot about the Rob Zombie Halloween 2 Michael Myers mask, which the fact that he barely covered his face at one point. Granted, Jason's a zombie, but still, it's barely there. It looks cool with the silver look. Because the cover art for Jason Goes to Hell is fucking badass. Like that silver, it's pure goddamn silver. That motherfucker went platinum. If they had gone with that full-on platinum mask, I'd be down for it. But when it's barely there, I hated that mask. That's my worst mask of all time.
Same. We do agree on this one. That is also my dead last mask because it looks stupid as hell. Like, it looks dumb as hell. It doesn't fit his face. Like, his face bubbled over the top of it. Like, if you see here, it looks like his face got just fucking melted like a goddamn... Like, if you put a penny inside of a goddamn meatball. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
it did look like that. It looked like a Hot Pocket getting ready to explode. like you put that bitch in the microwave for way too long. Like, when you open it up, it's all bubbly and almost ready to fucking pop out the middle.
Yeah, it looks like you put your you fucking just put your thumb in like a pound of ground meat. Yeah,
it's not good. It's not good.
I don't like it at all. And also one of the worst Jasons. Maybe my least.
Well, it would have been a fine Jason if he had been in the movie more than fucking 20 seconds before he got annihilated by the Air Force, whoever the fuck killed him, the SWAT team.
Eat this heart, motherfucker. Woo-wee. Yeah, and that scene was even cool. Like the FBI scene was cool.
But then he's dead, and then everybody's just passing around his fucking goddamn heart like it's a liver special at Golden Corral. Look have this.
I need this. Yeah, it looks like shit. I don't like it either. It's got all bubbly head, bubble guts going on. All right, so what's your next worst mask? Since we both agree on that one.
Well, my next word. Okay, so I went to this one. Even though I don't hate the mask per se because it looks okay. It's because of the reveal of it, and I didn't like it. And I feel like there was a little switcheroo to the fans. It's the Friday the 13th Part 5 mask. The Roy Burns mask. Now, I know that, and I've also grown to love that movie over time. I hated it when it first came out, but I do feel like a switcheroo occurred, and maybe they were giving signs because the blue check marks on the mask. The mask itself is fine, but the fact that it's really not Jason, it's low on the fucking list. So I have to put it there just because it's like, buying listen, I wanted to get a Jason mask, but I got it from wish.com. So it's my wish.com mask, but it looks cool, but it's not really Jason underneath of it. So I got to give it I'm good.
Once again, we are in agreement. That is also my next worst mask, is the Roy Burns mask. Just because you said it yourself, like it's not Jason, and it's got light blue mask, which is a red herring immediately. It's got those light blue check marks. It's like, I know Jason didn't wear this, so it might as well just be. It's like when someone tells you bought a game used jersey, and it's like, no, man. That shit never went on Eli Manning's back. Like I'm not wearing that shit. It's not. Jason never even wore this mask. So to me, it's fucking.
You thought it was a genuine Jordan jersey from Chicago Bulls, and it turns out when he was with the Wizards. And you're like, fuck that. I don't want that shit.
Yeah.
I don't want the Wizards jersey. I thought it was the Bulls jersey. All I said in the description, it was a Jordan jersey. You're stupid.
This shit belongs to fucking Steve Kerr.
I'd wear a Steve Kerr jersey.
I love Steve Kerr. I couldn't think of a word. Like Luke Longley. We'll go with Luke Longley or BJ Armstrong. All right, what's your next worst mask?
Coming in at hot on number 11 is going to be the Friday the 13th reboot Baghead. Not that it was a bad mask per se, but again, the Baghead had to show up at some point. I feel like it looked like that motherfucker had a California King on. There was one part where it was like all straight triangled up, and I don't know, it just looked weird. Not that it's a bad mask. It's just, first off, it didn't look fucking functional at all. Like, it looked like he was blind in that mask half the time. Like, at least in the original mask, they tore a big enough hole for his dumb shit deformed eyeball to see out of. This one, it looked like you had to be squinting hard to fucking see out of that one little eyeball that he ripped out. I just don't like that mask at all. I just feel like it's, and I know why they did it in the 2009 remake, because they were trying to get through everything, because the Baghead is a very important part of Jason history. But I feel like, fuck it, just skip that part and let's get right to the mask. So the Baghead part, I'm not really into it.
I like that Stacey James said, I'm with Jay so far, even though our picks have been exactly the same so far.
I'm with you, Stacey. I got you back till the end of the line, pal.
We both said that.
Hey, little do you know that Stacey is my Bucky. I can do this all day.
I literally said the same goddamn thing. No, actually, I disagree with this one. This is not my next worst one, so we do disagree at this point. My next worst one after that is going to be, which, they're not terrible at this point, but my next one on the list would be, where is it? Let me find it here. Where are you? The Freddy vs. Jason mask. And yeah, I know a lot of people like this one or whatever, and the reason it's so low on my list is because it just doesn't do anything.
Is it the hair? Is it like the little strand of hair? Because that always bothered me a little bit too.
Well, I don't even count the hair because it's just the mask that we're talking about here. So I'm just thinking of the mask, like for Jason's looks could be a whole different thing. It just, to me, it just didn't ever. I mean, it's the same mask with some fucking dirt rubbed on it. You know what I mean? Like, so it just didn't. It never really stood out to me. I think it's one of the least stand-outable ones of the entire franchise. It doesn't even have the axe cut.
Yeah, they did leave that part out. I always liked that mask a little bit though, because it did look more original, and it did look at least as far as they could go back to the original. I hated that fucking strand of hair, dude. Yeah. You know why? Okay. Because when you look at that picture straight on, I saw you in the kitchen, like bending over, trying to go through your. I saw nothing but crack.
I did that for you.
I'm glad. I appreciate it. I was like, Jupiter's butt crack. That's all I could see. It was just a straight line. I could just see the top part of your crack. I was like, at least that part's clean.
Yeah, you should see the rest. That's for the after hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it starts good, but it's like a dynamite stick. Like, it gets all like blown up at the
end. Looks like a baseball field full of dirt.
Yeah, it's like a charred piece of stick.
It's weird. We lost 10 more people after we got back. They were like, "Oh, this break sucks." It's like, "Oh, but them actually doing the show is even worse."
Oh yeah, I would have left way early.
I wouldn't be right now.
So I guess it's Candyman time.
Candyman. I did it. Fuck me, I'm gonna die.
I know. I hope so. But but no. Yeah. So what I gotta say about this movie is it fucking sucked.
It's awful.
I really hated everything about it. I don't like these kind of movies. I think it was garbage and woke juice, and I just will refuse to see any kind of movie from Hollywood again. No, I loved it. It was actually, I didn't love it. Just point blank though, I think it was okay, but what I will say about it specifically is that I feel like if you're a fan of the 92 Candyman, the original Candyman, you will absolutely adore it. And if you're just a regular moviegoer, you might not love it as much. The thing about it is, I loved Candyman. We just did the commentary for it. Even that, like, it added a few points for it because there is a lot of callback to the 92 Candyman. So I feel like, because I was reading on some other people that were reviewing it, I was reading some of the comments, and they're like, "Oh no, you totally don't have to see this movie or see the first movie to really get like it." I'm like, I think you're full of shit. I think that if you don't see the first movie, you're not really going to get the context of what they're talking about. You're not going to have any kind of emotional connection. Period. I mean, there's a huge part of it that if you don't see the first one, you're going to be like, "Oh, I don't get what the fuck." You know, when did they start college algebra? I'm in high school, but I feel like that. I feel like you need to see you have to at least see the first one. I feel like to truly enjoy it, you have to see the first one.
I agree with you because they're like, I don't know what it'd be like if you watched it from that perspective. It may not bother you that much, but knowing it now, knowing what I know, I'm like, yeah, I would want to see the first one first. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, I liked it a lot, and like. First off, I thought that the whole movie is beautiful, man. From the opening of the shot, like Nia DaCosta directed the shit out of this thing, and from the opening when the camera's like upside down and it's going through the cityscape, it just looks cool. Yeah. And I really enjoyed the look of it, man. The way they used lighting, the way that they did the kills. Somebody said I heard there was too many off-screen kills. I thought they actually.
I think there were some really good ones that they showed on screen.
Yeah, pretty good job with that shit. So not only was it beautiful, but it felt like this really deep story in this amazing looking universe that they're building here. But inside of it, there's like a little neo slasher, because when Candyman does his business and people die, I fucking liked every kill I saw. I thought they were really well done death scenes.
I think that it was weird because at first my favorite kills were in the art gallery, but then I quickly changed my mind, and it's weird. My favorite kill, I mean, the ending was like, it was a glorified kill. It was very similar to what you see in the trailer for Halloween Kills, where he's taking on the firefighters. It was very like out there. Like, it was just fucking Royal Rumble time, and Macho Man's going to take it off the rope and kick your ass. Like, it was like that. Yeah. Like, Daddy's home. I'm going to put the belt on you. But, beyond,
that's Candyman's music.
Yeah. I got to say, my favorite part was honestly with the bathroom scene, and they showed less than that, but just the way they shot it. I thought it was cool as fuck. Especially when one of their makeup cases drops underneath the stall, and you see through the mirror. I thought that was fucking brilliant. I was like, damn, that's cool as shit. And yeah, it didn't need to be overly grotesque or anything like that for me to get the point. It was still cool as shit. I just liked the way they filmed that scene, and I was like, that's fucking effective. And it also they weren't kids necessarily, but they kind of were kids. So, I mean, I was like, holy shit, he ain't playing. I mean, that motherfucker is rocking Snickers and not fucking Three Musketeers. That shit's full on. It's got the nougat. But, the only thing is, well, I liked it. I feel like there was a lot of it that was like, and I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't see it, but I mean, I felt like it was cobbled together. It almost felt like they were trying to do 100 fucking things at once, and they were like, they couldn't narrow down one fucking thing.
There was a point where the story flips and the story changes, and it changes so fast. And I loved everything up to that point. It felt like it had the look of a David Fincher film. Like it just had these blues and grays. It was like this.
It wasn't that shitty. Come on,
shut the fuck up. But it had the look and the feel of a David Fincher film. It was really streamlined, really good. I was hanging on every word. I was hanging on every scene.
Yeah.
The third act, the start of the third act, it takes like I thought it was gonna fall down the fucking steps. But what it did, it took one of those tumbles where you hit your foot on a curb and people are watching and you sort of fall, but you catch up with your step and you're like, no, I'm good. I didn't fall. Nothing happened.
Like when you hit the bottom of the steps, you pop up like, see, I did it on purpose.
Yeah. There was almost a Sartain level. I can't really say that, but it felt Sartain-ish, a moment that happened where they flip everything. And I'm like, I do not like that. I do not like that at all. Like, I don't like that for the first movie. I don't like that for this movie. And the idea doesn't end up being that bad because of what they end up doing with it. And then I go, oh, okay, cool. Actually, I'm okay with that. But the execution at first was really jumbled, dude. It was like it was a false start for sure because it was so fast. You're like, wait, what? Wait, who the fuck? Shit! I was eating two beads and now I'm confused.
Yeah, it's like getting slapped in the face with boobies at a strip club. There's just too many, and you're like, I don't know which one I'm getting horny for. I don't know.
But
there was too many. That's it. I think there was too many threads. Too many story threads that they didn't either, like they were just playing with ideas and like experimenting with this particular story idea, and then that didn't, so they jumped to another story idea and they're like, well, we'll try this story. Like it looked great, but I felt like the story itself wasn't polished as well as it should have been polished. Like I feel like it almost felt like it was trying to find its identity. I'm starting to sound like very philosophical Socrates bullshit here, but I feel like it didn't find its identity. Maybe toward the end, it was just like, fuck it, we'll go this way. Because it almost seemed at some point they were trying to turn Candyman into almost like a curse that goes generational rather than just a straight sequel. And I'm like, well, I think that if you just stayed with the original idea of the straight sequel with Tony Todd, I think it'd be fine, but they were trying to play all these different angles with it. And sometimes when you do that, you go cross-eyed and you wind up fucking, a dirty, ugly skank at a bar. I mean, it just happens. But,
Tony Todd could have been in this movie.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Immediately. That's when I left the theater. I was telling April that I was like, dude, 100%. I was like, dude, that I didn't like. There's one like it takes place there's a particular scenes that take place in the 70s. And it was just some weird guy that lives in the fucking wall that hands out candy. And I'm like, that's not Tony Todd. That's just weird. Like, I don't even know what the fuck you're doing. He just hangs out in walls.
It's
like,
just weird because it could have been him very easily. I'm saying, they could have just used Tony Todd.
Right. And I'm like, well, Tony Todd, look, you could de-age him a little bit or whatever, or he could just play him fucking self. Yeah. He's already going to be covered up with scars and shit, and he's going to have a bad pimp daddy coat on. Fuck it. Just let him be himself. And he's got that great voice. And he doesn't even need to be in it that much necessarily. He could just have his voice and that could carry the film. Anyway, I feel like overall it was strong, but I feel like they played around too much. And I feel like that loses points for me because I was like, come on, guys. Like, I mean, figure out what the fuck you want to do here.
Yeah.
The only other thing I want to say about it, and I know there were some people that was worried about that. It's not woke. Literally after I left the theater, I texted Mike. I was like, yeah, it was all right. It was good. It was decent or whatever. I didn't like hate it or love it necessarily, but I wasn't woke. So I don't know where that came from. That's literally what I said in the text message. I don't know where that came from because I didn't, when I was watching it,
the first movie did.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, I mean, and the first, it's justifiable as far as what they're talking about in regards to that character. Mm-hmm. But there was a lot of words thrown around that like, oh no, it's gentrification, it's microaggressions, it's this or that.
So the whole point of Cabrini Green is gentrification from the beginning.
Yeah, that's all, and they said it. I mean, it's not like they subtly hit it. They literally say it. It's part of the plot point. But I mean, at the same time, I'm watching and I'm like, I don't feel fucking offended or singled out or I thought it was a good attempt at a good movie and the dialogue's not bad. So yeah, I mean, it's just a solid movie.
And the cop stuff, like they tied into, obviously they tied into some of the stuff going on today when they veer in the cop section. And it's the movie's always been about racism,
right?
In part, and gentrification. So,
well, that's the background of the character. So that makes total sense. It's not like they were just blowing up smoke for no reason. It's literally a part of the character.
Yeah, it fits, and when they do it that way, it's fucking fine. Yeah, horror movies have had politics in them since the beginning of time. Well, all we've ever said is just do it right, have it count towards the story. Don't just like throw a fucking layer of it over the top to get some fucking Twitter pats on the back. Do it right, and that's all anybody asks. And I think that they did that. So I think the people complaining about that are way off base.
Yeah, they're not beating you over the head with Forrest Gump's ping pong paddle and saying you fucking racist asshole. Like, it wasn't like that. I don't know. I didn't feel offended at all. I just felt like, it's a movie. It's got, it's a message in it, I guess. But at the same time, I'm like, not really either, because I'm looking, when I watched the 92 Candyman, there was no real, I guess maybe if you want to take it from that, but the character's background, that's the character's background. They expand all that in Farewell to the Flesh. Yeah. So it's not like, anyway, so it's not woke. If you were scared of that, because I know there was people nervous, like, I don't really want to go waste money and sit there and be like lectured the entire time and how I'm a bad human being. It's not like that. Yeah. By the way, I did notice that someone in the chat asked about when it might be streaming. From what I understand, it may be a month, because there was HBO Max. It's going to be on HBO Max, and I think they're going to be, it's going to be a month. So it'll be out probably. This is
going to HBO Max?
Yeah, it'll be HBO Max streaming.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because originally
HBO Max
I think
doing day and date with everything. So if it was on HBO Max, it should have been from the first day.
No, it was exclusive. They wanted it exclusively released in theaters.
That's weird.
Not the Black Widow thing and all the other shit. That's why Scarlett Johansson is suing. But at the point, Disney Plus. But HBO Max, they signed. They didn't put Candyman on that slate, so it's going to be on HBO Max.
I didn't even realize it was an HBO Max movie, but either way, another thing I want to say about it too is the cast is fucking great. Yeah, as much as Tony Todd could have been the guy that played Candyman, the guy that did a great job.
He did a good job. Yeah,
he was freaky as fuck. There's so many shots, like just beautiful shots, death scene shots. There's one, I'll just call it Floating Lady. You know what I'm talking about? That was fucking cool shit, dude.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a great one.
Holy, and I laughed at it. I laughed at it
because it was zooming back.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Dude, I knew that April was watching, but I wanted to express my joy at seeing it. I was like, "Do you see that? Look at it!"
That was cool.
Because I know that you could see it, but I didn't want to eat because it's so It's not like you're gonna miss it, but you could miss it.
Yeah,
because it's done so great. Like that angle is so fucking awesome.
Yeah, and the slasher elements. I felt like the slasher elements of this film were surprisingly more prevalent than they were in the 1992 film.
Yeah,
like I felt there was more cool slasher moments in this movie. And another thing I want to say, the cast was fucking amazing. The guy who plays Manta, am I saying that right? Manta in Aquaman, the lead guy in this.
Yeah, it's not Black Mantis. That's his brother.
Right. That dude's fucking awesome, man. And I generally don't know exactly how to pronounce his name, so I won't say it. But I think that dude's going to be huge. And he's going to be in The Matrix. He's already going to be in a bunch of shit. You're going to see that guy everywhere. How ripped is that motherfucker, by the way?
I know. I couldn't
His muscles are sticking through his goddamn shirts.
I know. And when he took his shirt off, I couldn't stop looking at his nipples.
He's an attractive son of a bitch.
Because I was looking at that steroid. It's like, oh, your nipples fluffy? But no, yeah, he was a good-looking guy. And the thing is, it's also cool that they brought back some of the original cast as far as like, well, at least one specifically original cast member, two. You want to count because someone asked, is Tony Todd in it? Yes, Tony Todd's in it. Don't want to tell you what.
That's not a spoiler. We already knew that.
Yeah. It's not a spoiler. I'm not going to tell you what part he's in, but he is definitely in it. And he has a cool moment. But there's another character they brought back from the first 92 Candyman as well, and that ties into the whole plot line of what's going on in the Candyman. It was cool to see her. She hadn't aged a fucking day.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. You suffered that trauma well.
And I think if you're a fan of the original Candyman, like a big fan of it, you're going to like this even more because it really pays ode to that. Like maybe too much, but it's I don't know, man. I thought it was a beautiful, it looks like a Nicholas Winding Refn film to look at, only it makes fucking sense. It's beautiful to look at. The kills are great. The story's good. Even the third act, they stumble really hard for a second, but I feel like they recovered. I do feel like they recovered. And dude, I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Whoa, dude, that's way. Jeez, man.
Here's part of the reason why. Like, I really enjoyed it a lot, and I walked out of the theater, but I went to my Letterboxd.
You must have been having a good mood that day.
I was having a great time.
You were just in a great mood.
I was hungover, and I just had a Burger King garlic and cheese butter burger.
Dude, those are good as fuck, dude.
I did not like it at all.
You didn't like it?
No, I felt so disgustingly fat while I ate it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's the point of eating a Hardee's burger.
Yeah, well, Burger King, but yeah.
Yes, Burger King.
It was $10 for the combo. $10 for a bucket.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Anyway, it is expensive.
We're getting off topic here. But 8.5. I give the burger like a 4. 8.5 for the movie though. And when I went back to my Letterboxd after the movie and I was ranking it, I didn't think it was going to be that high. It's my 4th favorite film of the entire fucking year.
God, you're so easy to please. I want to date you. Yeah, I know. Let me take you out to old fucking Olive Garden and put it in your butt.
I'm a sucker for fucking beautiful cinematography.
Yeah.
And every single shot had so much effort. This movie's dripping with fucking style, like just the way they do it, and like the way it looks and the way the whole thing's done. And I liked all the characters. I thought it was all done well. I really have no complaints about the movie except for that little misstep in the end. I feel like there's 20 minutes of this movie sitting on a cutting room floor somewhere.
Maybe.
I really do. But
I'm going to give it a 7.0. Which is a decent score. And honestly, if I hadn't seen the original 92 movie, it'd probably be a 6.5, maybe a 6.0. It's a well done horror movie. It's interesting. You're not bored. I mean, so it's paced really well. The music is phenomenal. The shots are really well done. I think the biggest problem with me is that there was too many plot lines. They just kept, there was just too many lines they didn't follow up on, or they didn't go all the way with. And then you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Jesus Christ.
It's like multiple questions why you're like, why?
Yes. And I'm like, yeah, it's like you're crazy. It's like a crazy substitute teacher in high school. And they're just going like all the way to advanced fucking calculus. And you're like, bitch, we're still in geometry.
But then right back to like,
yeah. And then they go back to geometry and your fucking brain like loops around. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Am I real? But other than that, having seen and loved the first Candyman and thought it was a fantastical movie that's underrated as fuck.
Really is.
It's a good, decent spiritual successor to Candyman 92. Now, saying that, you have to be a fan of 92's Candyman. If you go in this movie and you've never watched it, or you weren't a fan of Candyman to begin with, you're going to be sorely disappointed. It's not going to be your type of movie. I don't even think you're going to really like it that much. But if you're a fan of Candyman, 92 Candyman, you're going to enjoy it, at least to me, to a 7.0, maybe a little higher. The other drawback for me was, again, we've already talked about this. Tony Todd should totally have been in this as the main antagonist. There was absolutely no reason. Yes, the guy, Black Manta, did great. I don't know his name. I can't remember the actor's name. He did great, and I get what they're trying to do, but there was zero reason why Tony Todd shouldn't have just had the mantle again.
Just in case anybody's confused about what you're saying, Tony Todd wouldn't have been his character. He'd have been a completely
no. I meant like just to be. I said the antagonist. So Candyman.
Yeah.
It's much like if Robert Englund wanted to come back and do Freddy Krueger one more time. You're not going to say no to Robert Englund. You're not going to not get his autograph on a samurai sword in the airport. So so you're not going to not say yes. Be in my movie, Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger. So Tony Todd wanted to be a part of the project. I feel like. And again, I know they want to do their own thing, but I just feel like Tony Todd would have been perfect for it. And his voice is so creepy, and he's got that perfect blend of like fear and dread, and also a little hopefulness to it. That's weird. I don't know. It's like a James Earl Jones kind of voice. I just feel like he would have been perfect as the antagonist in the film, and it would have made sense based on what they were doing with the story. You know what I'm talking about?
They could have done it so easily.
100%.
They could have done it so fucking easily.
Yeah.
Dude, is there a red spot on my fucking head? This is creeping me the fuck out.
Because you've been doing this. I see it.
Like, I don't know what the fuck that came from.
Well, you've been doing this.
Well, because I noticed it, and now I can't stop fingering it.
Well, then stop touching it.
What the fuck? Is it a tumor?
Yes.
What the fuck?
You got eye cancer. I don't know.
It's weird that it just popped up on my fucking head.
It's your brain trying not to escape your cranium.
I just got out of a fucking.
You're literally doing this to your forehead.
Now that after I realized that I am.
It's your mascara running, honey. Don't worry.
It's my masculinity crying to be heard. But no, okay.
In way of your femininity.
Josh Flynn says, "Yo, Biscuit Boy here. Hey, little Biscuit Boys, hot buttermilk biscuits." He says, "You guys are my daily source of entertainment. Never change. Can I ask Jay what Loomis would say about finding out Michael had a baby with his niece?" I think like that's like a whole video.
I would say
a short version.
Move to Kentucky and go fuck yourself, you disgusting hillbilly Rob Zombie skank. I want nothing to do with you, and I hope you kill Daniel Harris. I turn my back on you.
I like the
you
Rob
disgusting
Zombie
inbreeding piece of shit.
Not just a skank, you're a Rob Zombie skank.
Well, that's the worst kind.
I love it.
The fucking Dixie cup drinking motherfucker.
Peter Beacon says, hey guys, I know you've heard this a million times, but I just want to say thank you for getting me through some very difficult times. Love you guys. Peter, thank you for helping get us through difficult times as well, man. You guys do the same thing for us. Trust me.
You knew this was coming, Pete.
Anthony,
hold on. I was going to say, it was like, at the end of the day, I just wanted to, I really do recommend people that are fans of Candyman to go see the movie. And again, if you don't want to, if you I get it. People are a little nervous about going out to the theater even now because of the Blelta. I get that. It'll come out in a month, 100%. I'm almost 90%, not 100%, 90% sure it'll be out in a month streaming. So you can wait for that. But I also just want to reiterate again.
I'm gay.
Yes, and the cock has been so good lately that it's not woke. It's not woke.
It's appropriately woke. I mean,
it's
a good thing. This would be,
but it's
the good
part of the plot
woke.
itself. It was part of the plot. Like, it's worked into the plot.
Right.
They're not trying to preach at you. Like, we watched one of the I don't even know, one of those. What's the movie where they dress up in masks? The Purge. There's one of the Purges that we watched that was so obviously fucking woke, and it was just almost unenjoyable to watch it because the entire time it was like a fat nun shaking a yardstick at you and saying "fuck you." Like, I was like, God damn. I mean, I didn't even do anything. I just got here, bitch. But it's not like that. So you can enjoy the movie without fear of being like, and by the way, it's also interesting to point out that it's not Jordan Peele's movie. Like, people keep on saying Jordan Peele's Candyman. It's not Jordan Peele's movie. Jordan Peele had something to do with the script. He wrote some of it, and he's the producer on it, but he has not anything to do with the film itself.
Nia DaCosta is a director to fucking watch out for, man. She really is. Like, she crushed this shit. I thought she crushed it for sure. Anthony Stam says, I'm about to watch the movie in less than an hour, so I might as well leave you guys. So I might have to leave you guys hanging. Tell Loomis I said, God damn you, Mike!
And goddamn you for wasting my time.
That's okay, because here in a couple minutes we're going to go into spoilers to round this bitch out.
Yeah. By the way, enjoy the movie.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a great time. I saw it in XD, by the way. I sprung up for the big tickets, and it was worth it because it's a pretty film.
Go with your girl and cut a hole in the popcorn bucket and ask her if she wants some.
Soundtrack was really good, too, by the way. The
score soundtrack was good.
Super dope.
I like the 92 score a little bit better, but it was still good.
Yeah.
That it's kind of freaky. I know that we were a little, we were making fun of it in the commentary, but that shit's a freaky ass fucking soundtrack in 92. That 92 Candyman, that theme, it's kind of freaky.
I loved it. Go Flamingo Power says 290 viewers, 159 likes. Gently caress that like button, boys and girls. It's free. To quote the great Spike Lee, do the right thing. But maybe not be.
I thought you were going to quote O.J. Simpson. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. But that wasn't O.J.
Yeah, we always forget to ask you guys to click the like button, but it helps.
It does, actually. It does.
YouTube
we need that.
Show our shit. So thank you if you do that. And it's something you can do.
It helps the analytics. I know. It's weird.
But yeah, okay, so don't want to spoil the movie for anybody. So what we will say really quick for all of you guys that are going to be leaving in just a second before we get into spoilers is thank you guys for showing up and hanging out tonight. We hope you have an amazing fucking weekend. This is your weekend. You are 100% in control of your attitude going into this weekend. So you get out there and you stick your dick in it. Okay?
Would you shut the fuck up and just tell me to have a good night? Like, god damn.
I don't know what I was going with that.
I don't either. Like, it's like you're looking for one little inspirational thing, and then you go into like a fortune cookie.
I didn't mean to. I meant to make a joke, and I lost it midway. All right, so fuck you. I didn't do it on purpose. Eat my dick.
It's too small.
Watch some Tony Robbins and have a good fucking time. But
are we going into spoilers?
Yeah. So it's spoiler time. Goodbye to everybody who does not want to be spoiled on the movie. Hello to everyone who has seen it and wants to hang.
We'll wait a few minutes.
Well, I just did it.
I know, but I don't want people to come in and be like,
I know, but double stamp.
I know, but someone's gonna be like, God, you didn't give a countdown, you assholes. Like, I couldn't close out quick enough.
I just want to watch the viewers drop. It
feels good to know 301. I mean, I think a lot of people went and saw it, and also there are some people I guess like me and Mike. Well, certain movies we're not like that, but for the most part, I don't care if I get spoiled on certain movies. I don't really care. Like, I don't want it to be like Halloween or something.
Right.
But if it's other movies, I really don't give a shit. Like when Avengers, I mean, I don't get me wrong, I love Avengers, but when Avengers Endgame came out, Mike had already seen it. I was like, Spool me, bro. Spool me, bro.
Hey, you know what you could do? A lot of people are apologizing. They're like, "Hey, I don't want to fucking. I'm sorry, I gotta go because I haven't seen the movie." Don't feel bad. Just mute.
No, you guys can go.
Just stay. Just mute it. You can still be a.
No, because we might give something away from our pantomiming.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
It's like he did that, and then he walked through that. Like,
Rock Pit Knowledge says, "Shout out from Dr. Loomis to Rock Pit and Bernardo." Rock Pit and Bernardo. Rock Pit and Bernardo. Rock Pit and Bernardo.
I've hit the bottom of the rock pit by giving you a shout out, Bernardo. Shut up. Have a good weekend. God, what are you? Rock Pit and Bernardo. What the hell are you? Are you Flintstone characters? I don't even want to talk to you. Rock Pit and Bernardo. Yeah, Rock Pit sounds like a villain in He-Man. I'm not going to let you take over Castle Grayskull, Rock Pit. And Bernardo is your leader. Shut up. Anyway, let's get in that spoiler juice.
Well, hang on. I got a couple more of these to grab real quick. Mercury 80 says, "Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I was playing Skyrim and I missed the notification that Wham was live." Jay
I have. Yeah, I love Skyrim. I haven't.
He also likes giving rim jobs.
Yeah, those are always fun too. But yeah, I haven't got on Skyrim in a bit. But I hope to get back into it. I'm playing a vampire right now. I'm playing a vampire. I've also started a second character where I'm a werewolf with the I don't remember the Warriors Club. I can't remember what they're called in the game.
Versions. They're called versions.
Yeah, they are versions of heroes. Versions, not virgins. I believe me, they fucked a lot.
I played 76 hours of the new Madden this week.
I've had so much digital sex on video games. It's ridiculous.
If I had a digital dick, it would be infested.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, fucking shit. Holy God, dude. They call me John Holmes of the Mass Effect universe. I've laid it with everything. Anything. Aliens, chicks, guys, it doesn't matter.
Dakota Buckner said, "I was wondering if I can get Dr. Lewis's thoughts on a new Call of Duty game coming out in November."
Another Call of Duty game, another waste of money. If you want to shoot some people so badly, go to goddamn army and join it. Shit, I'm so tired of these little kids like, "Hey, I got the Medal of Honor. You've been playing a video game jacking your wiener. Go join the military and do something. Stupid asshole." That's what I think about Call of Duty coming out in November.
Hey, it's also, by the way, it's Bernardo's birthday as well. Happy fucking birthday.
Happy birthday, Bernardo.
Rock Pit and Bernardo. Whoa.
Rock it out, boy. Rock it out, my boy. That's got my boy. B-O-I-I. Boy.
Mayer. David Mayer says, "Not sure if this has been said. I just want to throw out there's a Candyman listing on Prime for early access, but it's not the new one. It's the 92 version.
I saw that.
So beware."
Yeah, well, we know that because when we rented it on Prime,
it had Mateen's face on it. It had the new guy's face.
Yeah, dude. I got all hyped up. I'm like, I can't wait to text Mike. Like, you're a lying sack of shit. It does have early access. And now I was like, oh fuck, it's the 92 version.
Yeah. Good call, man. Appreciate it. Colton Kaler says, "Are y'all doing a Spider-Man trailer review tonight?" Not tonight, my friend. We're gonna wait until.
I don't think he's asking. I think he's telling us.
You fucking do it.
You're doing one tonight.
Funny man. We're gonna next time we're in the room together. We're gonna 23 skidoo one real quick and throw it on the Patreon.
I thought he was like saying, "You go and do one tonight." He's like sound like fucking Suge Knight shaking Vanilla Ice over that balcony. You're doing it tonight.
Mercurio 80 says, "I'm playing a vampire as well."
Oh.
Hey, you changed your icon to your face, Mercurio. Now I know what you look like.
You're a beautiful man. Together. Are you doing the Brotherhood quest yet? Don't answer that. Yeah, I'm sure you are, because that's like where you get some good perks if you're a vampire. All anyway, right. This is stupid.
Spoilers.
Let's do the spoilers.
Spoilers.
Let's do the Scorchers.
Candyman spoilers are beginning now, so don't fuck around. Fuck around and find out on accident. So what's the biggest fucking spoiler? If we're talking about Candyman spoilers, the biggest spoiler is the main character. And this is where I got a little bit confused. Was his arm always fucking burnt? Or
no, dude. What do you? No. That was the bee bite.
Okay, but why? If his arm is that fucking burnt from a bee bite, why was no one like, dude, you got to go to the fucking hospital? Like that came out of nowhere.
Because that was one of them super Asian killer bees from South Korea.
The murder bees.
The murder bees. That's what I don't know where the murder bees came from. Well, that if you notice, like, okay, the spoiler is the main character in the film is the baby that survived the 1992 Candyman when the whole bonfire was happening and Helen grabs the baby and gives it back to the mother. That's the baby. Candyman had wanted that baby, to take his seed. And that's terrible to say, but he wanted to continue his legacy through the baby, and it got denied him. Either way, the reason why, if you notice that when he got stung by the bee and the infection starts spreading up his arm, and
that was a horror movie in itself.
Yeah, it was gross as fuck. It's like, dude, I came home immediately and loved all sorts of lotion all over my
just
body.
Getting stung by a bee in itself is
I thought you were talking about the dry skin. I just rubbed myself with lotion. But no, but it looked like a honeycomb. If you looked at it, it looked like a bee honeycomb.
Maybe hungry.
So, yeah, it's more metaphorical. But either way, yeah, that was really fucking gross. And the big spoiler for it was well, that was a huge spoiler. I mean, it's the baby. And other than that, like Candyman wanted to pass on the legacy of evil and have this new being, which is the baby that survived the original Candyman, to take up the hook and then continue on the legend of Candyman. Other than that, Tony Todd does appear at the very end, and he is dressed as Candyman, and he's like, "Tell 'em all," in his classic, Tony Todd voice, and that was great. That was awesome. But that's about. I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't know.
Well, that's kind of how it happened, though, right? So, like, you're going and you're watching the movie, and then it just seems like these killings are happening or whatever because people are saying Candyman because of this guy's art piece. By the way, everybody was shitting on Anthony's fucking art piece. That was dope as fuck.
Which one?
When you open the fucking mirror and you go inside and there's a room and that's
that was cool. Yeah,
that was fucking cool as shit, dude. Like, you win any fucking science fair with that.
I was anytime. Like, my mind is as broken as that.
And everybody was like, yeah, it's like going into Deadpool's brain.
Well, you know what? I think that's what it meant.
The guy, but that was the coolest art piece at the fucking fair.
I was reading way too much into it because I was looking at it like the mirror is your reflection, which is what you present to the world, right? And then when you open it up and it's all broken up and messed up inside, that's what people really would see if they got to know you.
Oh, that's true. What you're talking about.
I was like, damn, that's deep, and I didn't even smoke a bowl. And I was like, I'm really overthinking. You know what was happening? I think I was having a little panic attack. I just started reading way too much into it. But that's what I mean. But the art, the whole thing is Candyman has been forgotten at this point. He literally, no one cares or knows about him anymore. They haven't uttered a word since the 90s, and it's really just Candyman saying, "Don't let them forget about me." And he wants it, and he wants his name back out there again.
And here's what I didn't like, by the way. I like the guy who shows up when he's researching his art piece, right? Because his art's been sucking fucking ass lately. So he's researching his new art piece that's going to be about gentrification. It's going to be about all this shit. And this dude just randomly steps out and he's like, "Hey, don't worry about the cops. They come through here all the time."
Yeah.
And then they strike up a friendship, and this dude turns out to be obsessed with the story of Candyman. So he tells him all about the story of Candyman. I don't think he knew who he was. I think he was always hoping to find Anthony, but he tells him the story about him, and then it starts to take over his art. So he starts to do the art for it. What I didn't like about the twist, it happens out of fucking nowhere. The guy's arm is getting all fucked up. Candyman kills that. By the way, so. Okay, that kill was fucking awesome, by the way. Now that we can talk about
the hotel one or the apartment building one.
Yeah,
the apartment building. That was fucking awesome. Yeah.
He sees Candyman. He's like, "I gotta go," and he leaves. And she's about to fucking die. But the camera's doing this badass shift outside of it looked like the Dark Knight.
Yeah,
it's going outside of the apartment building, and you see the building like this.
I can see Christopher Nolan.
I can see Toasty Chalupa.
He was in the apartment above.
You see her get lifted up, and then she gets fucking thrown at the wall. She's like, "Ah!"
Yeah,
that was funny as fuck, but also freaky.
You know what? By the way, yes, Dan Smallage, that is correct. I knew she looked familiar. The critic was Helen from the first.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. But she's not playing Helen in the movie, but it was Helen.
She looks good.
Because I was telling April, I was like, that bitch looked familiar to I think
it's Virginia Madsen.
I was like, "Excuse me, haven't I been inside you?" She looked really familiar. But yeah, Virginia Madsen. I just now thought of it. I think to sum it up, what this movie is, it really is a Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, where Freddy Krueger's spirit is slowly taking over the body of Jesse. And he's starting to see him in the mirror and slowly becoming Freddy Krueger. And this is the way of encroaching on our world through Jesse. I feel like they took a lot of inspiration from Freddy 2 in this movie, because
that makes sense.
You're making the apartment. Because when the guy gets bit by the bumblebee or stung by it and his arm starts fucking up and it's on his face, he starts seeing Candyman in the mirror as his own reflection. And then the more it grips him, the more he starts becoming Candyman, to where it leads to the culmination at the end where that crazy fuck cuts off his hand and attaches the hook to him, and he's fully on Candyman. Yeah, dude, it literally is Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Like, it's Freddy's revenge.
Yeah, I mean, just with the caveat that instead of Candyman needing him, Candyman has a whole fucking hive. There's apparently a bunch of these dudes.
No, he did need him though, because that was the baby from the first one. He chose him.
He needs him and he wants him, but he also has others. Like there's like
nice to have a fan.
Basically every time some bullshit happens to someone like this, they turn into a Candyman-esque figure, and that all got kind of confusing. And then right after that scene happened, we'll finish going through the kills real quick before we actually get what I didn't like. But the first kill in the art installation was sexy as fuck. Like these two people are about to fuck.
Oh, that was a good one.
And I like his reaction. He's like, "What? Shouldn't you be accumulating morning after pills for your intern program?" And he's like, "That wasn't you didn't just make that up spontaneously. You've thought about that." He's like, "Yeah, I did, bitch."
Yeah.
He walked out. That was funny as fuck. But that kill was fucking cool as shit, man. Because you don't see Candyman do the kill. Like he's ripping through the screen, and he's like, "Is this real? Is this real? Tell me if this is real." He kills her.
Yeah.
And then I didn't like that he joked in the middle of it though. What did he say?
I think that was shoddy acting or shoddy writing, because when that happened, it was like the motherfucker was just like talking about the weather change. Like he's like, "Oh shit, I've got to get." It's not like goddamn William Shatner doing a line from Star Trek. I've got to get my handcuffs away from you and deal with this pimp, this ghost pimp.
They're about to fuck, and Candyman slits her throat. But you don't see him unless you're looking in a mirror. So if you're not looking in a mirror, it's just this invisible entity, and it's scary as shit. Like it's really cool.
The main thing about it though is that it was a great scene as far as the death scenes that happened, but leading up to that was kind of shoddy. Because of some of the acting, or maybe the writing. I'm not going to say the acting, because the writing is the writing. It wasn't that good. But I will say, I also didn't like the fucking. Here's the thing: I really did not like. There's a lot of flashback moment, or there's a couple of flashback moments to 1977 or 76 or whatever, when they show Candyman and they're trying to act like he's a misunderstood guy that just lives in the fucking wall and comes out and gives out trick or treat candy, and he's not. He's harmless. I'm like, first off, the motherfucker lives in a goddamn wall. And he comes out to greet kids that are going to the bathroom or the washroom to be like, "Do you want some candy?" I'd shoot that motherfucker too. Fuck that. I don't give a shit what he is. That's weird. And he's got a hook.
But that's the thing. I think he was just mentally ill. And that's what they were trying to say.
He's got a hook and he's living in walls.
Well, he's got a hook because he lost his fucking hand. And his hook's not even a sharp hook.
But
It's like a the guy.
But my point being is they show the cops coming in and brutally murdering him for no reason, which is that's bullshit. But my point being is, like, I just feel like it was an unnecessary step to have that particular character in it, because you could have just gone with Tony Todd. He hadn't been heard or seen since 1992 when he was destroyed by Helen. Because the adding, that's what, when I was talking about the different plot lines, I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you? Okay, so you're saying there's multiple different Candymen that have existed generational? Or are you saying there's one Candyman, that's the real Candyman, that's not been heard from, but there was another guy in the 70s called Candyman? I feel like it was very confusing.
Just
and I think someone pointed it out, convoluted.
Just a quick reminder to everybody that's joining now. I see some people that are just popping in. We are deep in Candyman spoilers right now.
Yeah, you don't want to be.
We warned everybody else, but if you're
it's new like getting
and you just popped
jacking
in,
off. It's like,
yeah, we don't want to ruin the movie for you if you just showed up. We are deep into Candyman spoilers. Just a heads up.
Yeah, but it was a little convoluted. I feel like you could have cut that whole shit out.
I mean, you could have if you made the original Tony Todd him, and I get what you're saying, but I do like what they did with that guy, because he was just a nice guy who just wanted to give kids candy, but because they found a razor blade in some kid's candy, they thought it was him, because he's weird and he has mental illness and he's living inside of fucking walls.
I guess. I mean, I was like, you bet a cool guy on the internet.
I think that's an interesting. I think that's an interesting take on mental illness, though, and how we react to people. Because we all see, like, you drive around and we all see somebody out in the street, like, screaming at the air. You know what I mean? Like, in Winchester, especially. You see people out, like, screaming, cursing at the air, flicking off drivers as they go by. And it's mental illness. And then that's what this guy's thing was. Like, but he wasn't even angry. He just wanted to give kids, he just happened to be scary as fuck. They killed him, and then, like, I think that was the whole point, though. Like, that guy actually didn't do anything wrong. He was just fucking mentally ill.
I think it was coming down to parents' rage. I mean, if your kid got approached by some weirdo that lived in the goddamn walls and was giving them candy on multiple occasions, it's not like you wouldn't be pissed. and you wouldn't like give a fuck. I mean, afterwards you might be like, oh yeah, they have mental illness, but the first knee-jerk reaction is gonna be, fuck that. That's weird.
Yeah, of course.
And they need to be in an institution, not living in the goddamn walls. Like, yeah. It's not like one of those harmless things. It's not like a guy that's dressed up as fucking a Santa mole or mall Santa. This is a fucking goddamn guy with a hook that's getting out candy.
I know what you're saying, but like, and then they find out that that razor blades kept showing up in kids' candy, so it wasn't him, and that whole thing. But no, the art house kill was cool. I just didn't like the jokes. He was like, "Must go faster, must go faster." I was you wouldn't say that if a fucking invisible ghost was trying to kill you.
That was stupid. That was like, you guys are trying so hard with Jeff Goldblum right now.
Yeah, they really were.
I was like, that's so stupid. I was like, are you gonna quote Jurassic Park now, or is it gonna be later?
But what a fucking beautiful kill, man. Like, God, those scenes were so good. And then, like, so they got that slasher kill. You got the critic in the
bathroom scene was awesome.
Bathroom scene was cool, and they didn't show shit.
I loved it. I loved that the most.
Last house on the left, the fuck out of that.
That's what I mean. And I think that's like, it reminded me of like, that's how strong, for me anyway, for like the Halloween franchise was. It's like they didn't have a lot of blood in it or anything like that. They just, the idea that shit's going on, and they used the makeup mirror as a passageway into seeing him fucking butcher these girls.
The noises were gross.
It was great. I was like, holy shit. I was like, fuck yeah. I mean, not because they're dying, but I was like, fuck yeah. He's doing God's work. First of all, they were all
in the middle of the theater. He's killing all these like
I did
girls, and you're like, woo!
I did one part. There was one part where I don't know which the character. Well, it was the crazy guy that saw, the Candyman that was living in the walls. You know what I mean? When he grew up and he cut off the main guy's hand, when she shoves the I don't know if it was a knife or a pin into his eye, he goes, oh! I laughed my ass off. I couldn't help it, dude, because I thought that shit was so fucking funny. But yes, the bathroom scene, the kill scene in that, the kill shot, not Eminem. If Eminem had come on, I'm like, holy
kill
shit.
Shot, I will not.
But it was good because it was like, less is more, Chip. And I feel like just the idea, he's fucking.
Not always, but sometimes. Yeah.
This particular scene, it works really well. Like, it adds to the atmosphere, it adds to the fear level, and I don't know, I loved it. I thought it was one of the best scenes in the film as far as death scenes.
I'm with you there. I thought they did a fucking great job with the kills. And again, it felt like there was a nice little slasher. Like, I know Candyman's supposed to be a slasher, but he's kind of not a slasher at the same time. This was more slasher than the original film was, and I enjoyed that. But so the part that I did not like, that I did not enjoy, all of a sudden, everything's going along. I got he has this infection going on. I was kind of confused because they did a poor job explaining it. Nobody ever went, hey, why the fuck is your hand that goddamn infected?
Yeah, you would have thought somebody was like, hey, where's the Neosporin? You might want to put a fucking gallon on there.
There's no talk about it at all. Like, all of a sudden, they just show his arm and it's fucking like gloopy glop.
Even the doctor didn't even act like it was a big deal. I was like, his fucking arm is a honeycomb.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
He goes to the doctor and she goes, oh, and by the way, like, what are the chances of that happening? She's like, oh, you were born here. And he's like, no, I wasn't. And then he puts it together. Oh, fuck, I was that kid.
That could have happened if he was going to go get checked out, because they would have your medical records.
Right. But it's just luck that she happened to make a joke while he's doing it. But he goes to his mom, and then she's like, yeah, you're that fucking baby. Get that. That twist was fine. It was cool or whatever. But then, like, boom, like fucking out of goddamn nowhere, dude. All of a sudden, you're in this fucking church. His girlfriend goes looking for him, and the laundromat guy, who was really good up to that point, all of a sudden is full fucking crazy town.
Yeah,
and he's like, out of nowhere, he's fucking full on madness. And
he kind of got
kidnaps
stupid.
her. Yeah, he's like, now we have a witness. And you're like,
he reminded me of
become bad.
He reminded me of He did. He reminded me of Craig's dad in Friday. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator, eating up all the food, all the collard greens, all the pig feet. I want some of them chitlins. I like pig feet.
You better put some on that damn shit.
But it comes out you're right. It comes out of nowhere because he's very he was revealing a very dark secret of that particular project area that they were at, and what he had witnessed, a very traumatic event, and telling a really cool story that was adding to the flavor of the film. And then all of a sudden, this motherfucker is crazy clown pants, ready to pull out his wiener and shake it at you, like without any kind of buildup. He's just like, I've always been crazy. You like to see my wiener tip? Like, he was like, when did that happen? Like, did I miss a point?
Yeah, it came out of fucking nowhere, dude. It came out of fucking. By the way, Virginia Madsen was not the film critic.
Yes, I was getting ready to say Rebecca Spence was the girl. Virginia Madsen did the voice for her. crazy.
That's weird because I was watching. I was like, watching it. I went, is that fucking? And then I went, no, it's not. But then you said it, and I was like, oh fuck, it must have been.
Yeah.
So
apparently
thanks for taking me down to Fucktown.
You're welcome. D-Land says we ain't got no milk. You better put some water on that damn shit. We ain't even got no milk.
But I just said that. I just fucking made that joke. You piece of asshole.
Well, you didn't make the joke. Friday did.
You.
So get off that dick.
Oh, hey! If we had to make up our own jokes, we wouldn't have a fucking show. All we do is
I know, and I'm not trying to point that out because I don't want people to go back through like all the jokes that we've stolen from movies over the years.
That's true. That dog.
We're like Dane Cook and Carlos Mencia combined to one. We're the transformer of the both of them.
But yeah, that dude just shows up and he kidnaps her, and you're like, what the fuck movie are we in right now? We just went from one story and like just fell down some steps, and we're in a completely different story. And I didn't like it, Richard. I didn't like it. And then he just cuts off his hand, and the dude's just like, he's like,
no, he was like in a trance. I got that part. Like I got that he was in a trance.
Well, I
like,
was saying it was bad. It just made me laugh because
he was fully. Yeah, that motherfucker had full on herpes. Like no Valtrax in his future. He just let it take over his life.
Yeah.
And then the ending, I was like, oh, I did roll my eyes a little bit because like, all right, I get it, but he's kind of fucked up. But I don't know.
Look, I got it, but it happened. The execution was off a little bit. Like they run to that little thing, and she stabs the fuck out of that guy, and she kills him, and then he shows up, and then he falls in her arms, and then she's like, oh no. But I just thought it was weird when the cops come in and they shoot.
Yeah.
The cops come in and they shoot. Put your hands up. Bang, bang, bang. Like I get what they're going for, and I understand it, and that's true. Like that happens, but like the fact that he's laying on the floor and she's holding him like a baby,
that's what I'm saying.
And they go straight to him and shoot him. It was weird.
That's what I was saying before the show even started. Like the fact that she cradled him, he was a zero threat. He was on the floor. Yes, he had a hook, but he wasn't in a threatening manner. He wasn't in a way that looked like he was going to slice her throat up. And then after that, it would
have made more sense if they shot her.
Yes.
Right? Like
yes, because look, you can say what you want about cops in a lot of ways, but like not all of them are untrained assholes that just fucking, it's the Wild West and it's a bumbling fucking Barney Fife that just shoots his goddamn gun off.
But at the same time, I also go with what Chris Rock said about that. He's like, you can't have fucking cops out here making any mistakes like that. That's like being like an airplane. It's like having a pilot going, whoops, I fucked up, and I this one time I crashed this plane. You know what I mean? Like, so I
obviously, well, yes, they need to be held to a higher standard, and that's why I've always been an advocate for harsher training, like much more like the Marines to be a police officer. My point being is like I just think that's full of shit. As far as like, does that happen on a daily basis? Fuck no. Trying to showcase it like it does is fucking stupid. My point being,
of course.
It does happen. Yes, of course. But either way, when they go back to the car and the detective is sitting in the vehicle with the chick, the survivor, and then he's acting like goddamn mafiosa number one. I'm not saying that doesn't happen too, but I mean, at some point you're like, okay, man.
It was jagged. It was
like you were getting so far removed from the movie at this point. It's like, dude, are you doing a fucking movie anymore? Like, what the fuck is this? It was a little jagged.
Yeah.
I felt that way. Well, you know what it was? It was jaded. It was like, dude, if you're this jaded, don't make the fucking movie at this point. Like, if you're this jaded, just don't make the scene.
Maybe that's what people were complaining about with the wokeness of it.
Well, maybe, but I didn't think that was.
But I feel like that also does tie into what we're doing here.
It does. So. It works. It works for the movie, and like I could look at it like, okay, well, that's how the character's background. What happened with the character makes sense as far as the history of the character. If you're just doing it as the history of the character, that's awesome. But if you're trying to make a statement with that, you're fucking stupid because what you're doing is you're alienating a lot of people, and I think that's dumb.
It just felt it felt a little unearned. Like I get what they were doing and it makes sense for that location, but it felt I mean, every single one of those cops looked like they were on
they were, and the thing about it is like I just
you know what I mean? Like,
well, here's the thing, not all cops are like that though.
Of course.
Yeah. And I feel like you need to have equal representation. Like if you're gonna you need to have a good cop, you need to have a bad cop. That's fine. You can have equal because they're not all terrible human beings.
It was a little.
And they're not all fucking white Barney Fife motherfuckers from Mayberry either.
Right.
So that's another thing.
Yeah, I get that. It did I'll say this. I get exactly what they were going for. I think we all do. And I think that plot fits this movie and it fits what this movie is about.
Yes.
But the execution was a little fast.
Right.
It was a little too fast, a little heavy.
And that's why you and I both don't like that woke shit in our cornmeal. We don't like that. But I will say if it's a part of the plot, If it makes sense with the plot, then I'm cool with it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not even thinking about that going out, but I don't think they did that.
It's okay if a movie says something. That's fine.
Yes, but like, you know what? And you know what? And again, we've said that before. But I always go back to this. You totally can say whatever you want to say in your movie, subtly in your music, subtly in your poetry, whatever the fuck you want to do. But that's the point, subtly. If you look at someone like Romero, I of course there's other movies that are better, like examples of this, 100%. But I'm just thinking of Romero. That came out in 1968, dude. Black and white, a fucking zombie movie. He did it better in what he was trying to say, his message of that time when it was fucking chaotic. In the late 60s, early 70s, he did it better than any other fucking director. They wouldn't even have the fucking, they couldn't even lick his ball sack. And he did it that good.
He did it when it wasn't cool to do it.
Yeah, and you know what? And he made a great movie, and he made a great social commentary on the times at the same time. He also did it in Dawn of the Dead. So my point being is, like, you can totally do it, but just don't be an asshole about it and be like, you know, shove it down your throat. Like, let somebody enjoy the movie and then be a little bit interesting, be a little bit more creative in how you interweave things into your plot.
Yeah, it's like pretty low hanging fruit.
Yeah, exactly. It's a low hanging fruit. It's easy to do. I could throw a fucking movie like that up tomorrow. I'll be like, oh, there you go. That's easy fucking Twitter points right there.
Point.
But again, I'm going to point out, just want to reiterate this. I did not think it was woke. I did not. Mike did not. I didn't even walk
the movie. It's just the execution.
Yes, I feel like I looked at it like it fit the narrative of the film. I was looking at it like the film, but I could see where people could get the wrong impression watching that and be like, "Oh my God, see, it was great up to that point." Then you lost me.
It's all about points of perspective too. It's all about points of view. Like if you've been a victim of, you got to also realize, like, if you're a human being who's been a victim of cops acting that way, and more specifically,
I literally had that happen.
Right,
in my driveway.
More specifically, but that wasn't, you know, like it wasn't.
They treated me like a fucking straight up felon, dude.
Oh yeah, I've had cops treat me like complete shit.
I mean, I was in that. They searched my butthole 3 times.
If you think it's because of the color of your skin, then you know that you know what I mean.
I just looked like a felon.
Right.
Well, what they said. That's literally what they said.
Oh, they said okay. Well,
no, they literally said you match the description of a guy that's a felon that escaped from jail. I've been treated
like shit by cops my entire fucking life, and I'm not saying all cops are bad. I'm just saying I have a lot of bad experiences with cops. Yeah, and that's a lot of that's my fault for putting myself in those situations. Right. That being said, those guys were dicks. And I don't want to get too deep into this because that's not what
I don't either.
About.
I mean,
I'm saying though, like, I always try to look at both sides of the equation. And I feel like not enough people do that. So on one side of the equation, it's like I watched it and I felt the same thing. I was like, of course, these are all white cops.
Yeah,
I knew exactly what I knew what they were going to do the second I saw the guy's face. Because he's like,
yeah, it was.
You know, I knew exactly what
he looked like Mills Lane. Fuck
like
Judge
Satan
Judy.
Him fucking self, right?
Yeah.
Like Satan is
mean,
literally this cop right now.
Just mean.
And he had the whole thing. So I knew exactly where we were going, and part of me was like, okay, yeah, of course we're gonna do this. I get it. But then the other part of me is like, I totally get the idea of doing that, because if it happens one time, it happens too many times. And you gotta imagine, if you're that person and you're in that situation, it may not have been a crazy Candyman fucking slasher murder, but it could have been you're at a fucking supermarket and the cops show up and they're treating you like shit because of the color of your skin. That does happen, and probably happens almost every day on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Also, every single day, cops are good people and they're not fucking racist. There's a fucking gray area. But the people who are like, oh my God, they mentioned cops and they were white and they did something bad. It's woke as fuck. It's trash. I hate everything about 2021. That's wrong too. There's a middle ground. Like, if you're gonna do it, but do it a little more subtle.
I think what you need to realize is that these people need to be a little bit more responsible in how they handle subjects. And honestly, just leave it the fuck out of your movie. Like, I mean, straight up, leave it the fuck out of your movie. Here's the thing. If I want to be reminded of all the negative shit that's going on in the world, I can flip on CNN, Fox News, go to yahoo.com. I can read all the shit, terrible. No. Because here's the thing. You pay money. You're an American citizen. You pay, or whoever in all of the world, you pay money to escape reality. I don't need to be reminded how terrible fucking things are. I know how bad they are. Is it providing a message? Possibly. But there's a lot of other ways and venues that you could take to fucking do that. I don't need to be sitting in a theater for maybe I want to turn my brain off and have a good time with the fucking flick.
Well, this is why I disagree with you on that, though. If you look at a movie like Southpaw, Like you go watch a movie like Southpaw, right? And you watch it and you cry every time you watch it because it's fucking sad. It's about depression. It's about grief. It's about loss. It's about a drug addiction. And like you can't say, hey, don't put that shit on the screen because I want to escape, because that's the serious shit about life.
But it's not making me feel like shit because I was born white. Or if you were born black, or you were born Mexican, or whatever.
I don't think
that's the difference.
No,
because
those
are but the reason why what Southpaw is
the intention is saying. No, it's. I think
the human emotion is the same across the board.
Do I believe it was done a little broad and heavy-handed? Yes, but I think the intention was good. Like the intention was, hey, there are people who have to live in fear of this. Like there absolutely are. There are people. If I was with all the shit I see in the news, like and again. Oh God, we're getting so fucking far into deep water right now.
I know it's fun though. I like doing this. This is fun. We're testing our brain matters.
Now we're talking about super serious shit, and I hate it.
But we're testing our brain matters.
The only thing I want to say is like I'm not a fucking like I feel fucking scared as shit when I get pulled over by police, and I don't know what's gonna happen either. I couldn't imagine being a fucking black man in America with all the shit that I see happening on TV today. I couldn't imagine that, and that has to be on their minds, and that's something that matters to those people.
Matters.
So to say you're not allowed to talk about that, I feel is a little bit unfair.
Well, no, it's not unfair. But that's what
if fucking Christopher Nolan made this movie, I'd be like, shut the fuck up, Christopher Nolan. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But
you know what? And I agree that there are certain things that need to be discussed, but not when you're paying $12 or $15 to go see a fucking stupid movie to turn your brain off on. And I will say this about Southpaw and Rocky Balboa and all those other movies. The reason why people love those movies, by the way, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, red, whatever. They love those movies because it addresses the most emotion. It addresses the human experience. Everybody, regardless of race or color or creed, experience pain, loss, overcoming that obstacle and being better than what you ever thought you could be.
But if that's why watch a movie that has child abuse in it, you're not going to go, I'm not a child, so you shouldn't.
But it's not making you feel bad for what you were born as. You have no control over. My point being
saying that. Like I'm
saying there are movies out there that literally preach at you. Like I said, the nun with the yardstick. They point their fucking fingers and they say you're wrong because you're born this way. Fuck that. That's racism. That's racism.
I don't think that's what happened here, though.
Not in the Candyman movie. The Candyman movie was a simple movie that added the plot device. But as far as like that ending, no, I wasn't pissed when I left the theater. I wasn't like, oh, I couldn't enjoy the movie because of that ending.
And but there was a lot of people. But you can't say that just because a human emotion doesn't exist to me doesn't mean that just because it doesn't cover my territory doesn't mean you can't talk about it. Like you can't say that if you're going to do a movie about a dark emotional subject.
Yeah.
Right. Going back to your original point that like I go to the movies to escape. So you can't say, well, it's okay to talk about dark emotional shit and put some heavy shit on you in a movie as long as it covers every human being. Like that's impossible. Like how many movies exist today?
And my point being, the plot device of Candyman makes sense because again, the 1992 version of the film is about racism, and that's fine. And that's why I wasn't mad when I left the theater. Mm-hmm. I wasn't mad when I said. And again, I think we agree, but we're just going about it different ways to agree on it. But my point being is I also go back to your point, and I agree with that too, that it was low hanging fruit. It's like, you wanted to get a couple of digital backpats, and it was easy to put in. It's low hanging fruit. It's very easy to do. It's very easy to do. But my point being is, yes, as far as do I think it was woke? No, I don't. And all that shit that I heard on Reddit or 4chan or Google, as far as the reviews were coming out, the negative ones that it was woke. It was absolutely not woke.
And it's something I'll say to back you up a little bit too. I think that if you're the one holding the microphone, which you're the director, you're the script writer, whatever. If you're the one holding the microphone, you have a responsibility, if you're going to tell that story, to tell both sides of that story. You can't just be like, look, white cop's bad. You can't just do that. Like you said earlier, you were exactly fucking right. They should have planned that out a little bit better if they wanted to get that point across and have it be cleaner and have it be feel more honest. You should have had a character who was actually a good cop too. Because if you're the one holding the mic and you're the one that's in charge of this, that responsibility comes on you to not just put out this one-sided view of something. You know what I mean? Like, be a little smarter about it. And I completely agree with you on that. Like, I do think the execution of that scene was a little bit poor and a little too just one-sided, for sure.
I felt like at the end of the day, I don't know. I feel like they put in a plot device in the film that worked for the film, and that's how I walked away from it. I didn't think twice about it. Should there be a conversation? Fine, yes. But I feel like a lot of people were thinking too when they went and seen it, and if they felt like they were being browbeat or something. I didn't get that. Either way, fuck it. I don't know. It was a good movie.
Yeah. Why do we do this? Why do we do this? Why do we do this?
You always do it. It's fun though. I like doing
You're
this.
You're never gonna fucking make
because listen,
happy
you can ask because the fun
part
part is you
to begin with.
Well, yeah, but it's fun to ask questions because the whole point is everybody's all pussyfied to ask questions, and it's fun to ask questions and kind of bounce around with each other. And again, I don't think about them twice, every day or anything like that. But I mean, it's fun to talk about it. Like I don't know, like it's fun.
Yeah,
and I would talk about it with anybody, like anybody that wants to talk about it, they can talk about it. But I feel like that's where we have a good experience with this is because that we can talk about it.
Sure. And and here's the thing I want to say too. And I'm reading the comments as they go on. Some people are like, "Fuck yeah, Jay, fucking tell them," and then other people are offended by the stuff that you said. So and this is the point. The only point I'm trying to get across is this is exactly the problem, isn't it? Like, shouldn't there be?
Can't just disagree.
There's got to be a gray area. Like every fucking white cop is not bad. Okay,
I think so. Yeah,
and yet. There are white cops out there who are racist pieces of fucking shit. Both are true.
Yes.
Both are true.
It's like the cat in the box thing.
That both are true and try to figure out a solution rather than I have to fucking come on this line or that line of the sand. I hate it, and it's everything that's wrong with the world.
Well, you know what it is? You know what it is, man? It's like, we've gotten to a point now where we can't even disagree and be okay. Like, yeah, that's really sad. What's sad is that you can't disagree and be like, okay, we don't agree, but at the same time, you're a good guy and we're good. Yeah. You don't agree. I mean, unless you're saying blatant racist shit and you're being an asshole, that's different. If you're saying racist, stupid shit, I don't want to know you and I don't want to be friends with you. But if you're not doing that and you just disagree on something that, that's not, your point of view is different than mine. I'm not like, if you vote Democrat or you vote Republican, if you vote this way, you vote that way, I don't give a shit. I'm still your friend. I mean, I might have disagreed with you on the policy, but I'm still your friend. I mean, you can have disagreements and be okay.
Some of the closest people in my life are way gone with the politics stuff. Some of the closest people in my life, and I just have to look past that because I know that they're good people deep down, and they've been misled. It's weird.
I just want to say, I'm sorry if I offend. I mean, I'm not trying to offend anybody, and Mike's not trying to. I mean, we're just having it's just a conversation. Like that's the difference. Like not everything is gonna stop walking around being a victim. You don't have to be offended by everything. If you don't agree with it, it's different. Like if you don't agree with it, but don't act like you're offended. Like I walk around a million times a day and somebody says something that I find I don't agree with that, but I'm not fucking personally offended. Tomorrow I'm not going to wake up and give a fuck. I got other things I got to worry about. I got a lot of shit I got to worry about. But the thing about it is, at the end of the day, if someone has a difference of opinion, I don't get offended by that. I just say, fuck it. You don't like what I like, and that's good. Unless you're blatantly racist, which I pointed out, which is obvious. But
and stop you there, and not to stop you there, but to pick up on what you're saying, I think it's also okay to be offended. I think it is. But don't
be a professional girl. Don't be a professional victim.
Well, even what you said just now could be taken. You know what I mean? What's wrong with being a girl?
Well, because I don't want to be attacked on it. This
is my point, though. My point is, it's okay to be offended if you're truly offended. It's all right to be hurt. If someone says fucking hurts you deep down, if you have a deep belief and something you see really makes you feel small, that's not okay. You shouldn't fucking feel that way. Yeah. But there are people out there who are ruining it for everybody. You're not allowed to be offended about stuff that's truly offensible. Because then you get labeled as the fucking asshole that you see going, like the Karens of the world, the Twitter people of the world. I hate all fucking men. And the people, everyone goes too fucking far. Everyone goes too fucking far on either side of the fence. Can't you just fucking look at it from both sides? You know what I mean? Not everybody is either a proud boy or a fucking snowflake. There is so much room in between, and that's where 99.9% of us are, but we just can't agree on to disagree.
We can't. I think at some point we all forgot. Listen, it's a big-ass world, and there's a lot of people in it. The world doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. Somebody should have told you that your opinion really doesn't fucking matter in 4th grade. Because they don't care if your feelings are hurt. I'm sorry, they don't. I mean, because listen, you know what? The world's going to go on. If you have a boss and you need money and you have to work and he says something that fucking makes you mad and hurts your feelings because he calls you out in front of the other employees, guess what? It doesn't. You hurt my feelings. You're fired. I'll hire somebody else that's not a sensitive bitch. That's the difference.
But on the flip side of that, you might have a boss who's fucking emotionally abusing people and treating them like shit, and they live their entire lives depressed because they have to feed their fucking family. That's what I'm saying. There's an HR department.
They could get fired for that. That's illegal. They can't do that. There's differences. But my point being is, like, we all have feelings, and I get it. We all can get our feelings hurt. I understand that completely, 100%. My feelings have got hurt before. I've read comments.
Action said this is ruining my high. Sorry.
Yeah, I know, it really is. It's ruining my high. But it's just time to move on. Yeah. At the end of the day, let's just all get the fuck along. And I don't like. You know what? How about next time we just don't even bring it up? I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Why do we do
I'm done talking about it.
Why did we do it?
Because we're stupid. We're dumb shitheads from Kentucky.
Why?
You know what happened?
It never works out.
Do you know what happened?
Never.
Do you know what happened though?
What?
It's because we were drinking alcohol.
It's
just 8:12 and we're stupid.
it's too early on my Friday fucking night. Yeah, no.
But guys, it's my birthday, so you shouldn't be mad at me. I'm kidding. Hey guys, by the way, we really did enjoy you guys, and we're sorry if we're not gonna do this anymore. We're gonna at least try not to do this anymore because we're not a political channel. We're not a political channel at all, and we're sorry. We're not. I'm not trying to get into that conversation because you can really unroll that fucking fruit roll up to get deep in there, and it's a whole mess. I'm not going to do that, but yeah, let's make a pinky promise to stop doing this, okay? I don't care if it's a fucking blatantly obvious political movie. Let's just not do it.
Scramby eggs and everything was going good.
Let's have scramby eggs and bacon and move on.
You got upset. Oh shit. Hey. Austin says, fuck the police coming straight from the wall, handing out candy, gonna gut all y'all. I'm the scene man, you best respect. It's my time now, so protect your neck. That was his Candyman rap. But to the beat of fuck the police.
It's to the point and it's scary. It works.
Hey, look, all at the end of the day, we love all of you guys, and we love everybody. And I just wish we could all get along a little bit better. So let's just do that. Fucking great stream.
But it's not my birthday. I was joking. It's not my birthday.
Dude, I didn't even hear you say it was your birthday.
No, I said it's my birthday. Stop yelling at me. It's not my birthday.
Most importantly, buy our merch. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. My glass is empty though, and I really want to go refill it now. So, hey, we love your fuckface. This was actually a fun stream though. Forgetting the stuff at the end, which really wasn't even that bad.
I had a fun time even at the end. I just feel like we shouldn't talk about it.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like we were on Hannity and Holmes, and we were like doing Crossfire and shit.
I don't like it. I feel like I'm fucking like, and I'm in a church. I feel the way I do when I walk into a church. You know what I mean?
It kind of gets icky a little bit.
I don't like it.
I don't know. I mean,
Steven.
I had anal sex last night with my girlfriend. I don't know if I should be here.
I'm gonna burst into flames.
Yeah,
herpes butthole flames.
Guys, it's not my birthday. Stop saying. My birthday's in February. I swear to God. Yeah. No, don't do that because they're gonna get all confused. It's in February. But yeah, it was a good. I had fun, man. It was a good fun time.
Yeah, no, it was an awesome fucking stream. Go see Candyman. Obviously, if you're still here, hopefully you did, and we didn't just ruin the whole fucking.
I can't wait to be canceled on Twitter. We're not going to be. You better not.
It hasn't happened yet. Jesus Christ. Though people have tried. But no. Hey, we love your fucking face. I hope everybody has an amazing goddamn fucking weekend. And Patreon members, we will see you tomorrow night for a fucking wild time. Yeah, I think this one's going to be the craziest one yet, Jay.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, God. Yeah. Love your fucking face.
See you guys.
Thanks for hanging out, guys.